5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live! Welcome back to the Invictus stream! My name, as always, is Harlan. I am here with my sexy friend Alex.
Pew pew pew!
My... No, we're going to pause there for a second. No. My awesome friend Chris.
Good evening, everyone.
My non-embarrassing friend Justin.
Hi.
And my fantastic friend Mike.
Welcome back, guys. Thanks very much for joining us.
And we are back with Game 9 of our 10-part series for Numenera. We don't have a subtitle for this adventure. Thank you so much for being with us today. We are so happy to be back, and kind of a little sad, I'll be honest, because this is the second last game in this series. We have learned to love these characters, we have grown with these characters, we have fought with these characters. I've seen Tharik lose his hands, I've seen Pivot lose his mind, I've seen Alex lose his... Oh, sorry. Shazz. Just because you're so like your character. Lose his character and hit Geom Kittrick in the forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it was a bad roll.
We've had a great time playing, and first off, thank you so much for being here with us every week. We appreciate it so much. So, Numenera, Part 9 of Game 1, and it's going to be an epic finale, guys, so thanks for sticking with us. As, of course, always, this is an 18-plus show. We swear on this little network of ours. We like to say the words that make people uncomfortable. So, but we don't like to lock it off. We don't like to make it so that you have to sign in to watch on YouTube. So, if you do not like foul language, and we're talking foul language, feel free to close your browser right now. We understand. This is where Alex likes to go. There we go. This is an 18-plus program. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, 18-plus, that's what we use here in Canada. I don't think that's all over. I don't think they all use 18 plus. I think they just use hard R. So let's call it a hard R.
Ooh.
So if you're
who's not a hard R?
Harder. Arr. So if you're squeamish or you don't like swear words, no problem. We'll hate you forever. That being said, if you do like us, if you've been here for a while, please go like the video on YouTube. You're gonna like the show, I guarantee it. And share it on Facebook, tweet it, do whatever you want to do, because when you guys spread the word, it gives us the drive to put out more videos and start new shows and dive into other avenues that make us like spending time with you guys and involving the community. That being said, I want to do a little bit of a shout out this week. We have a fantastic community. I don't know if you guys know this. But we have a fantastic community that constantly updates our Facebook page with questions and things like that. And I wanted to do a few quick shout-outs for this week's most valuable post. Every week, you guys put more content, and you make people have conversations. There we go, within the community. And I wanted to thank a few people by name for doing that. Chris Lawrence, you posted earlier this week about a end-of-the-world game that you were planning on running. Sorry, this is a few weeks ago. That you were planning on running. You were asking for advice and things like that. And you also posted this week and gave us an update. Thank you. That was fantastic. It definitely brought a sense of community. We all enjoyed commenting on it. I know we each kind of weighed in our own opinions on how we felt the GMing went and how we would GM it differently, of course, because we all know best. So thank you so much for doing that. Things like that really promote the community. So you're going to get 2 XP.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
What?
Most valuable post is
MVP.
MVP doesn't just... And because this is the first week we're doing MVPs, I'm giving 4. 4 awards. Right. We're crazy over here.
We didn't talk about this.
We're crazy over here. This is live, guys. They don't even know this is happening. Call the number at the bottom of the screen for steak knives. So Chris Lawrence, thank you. It was a fantastic way that we all got involved. I also want to thank Grant Gay, who right after last week's game posted a very simple question: what we all play, video games, role-playing games. Which got me out of bed the night we played and took pictures of my own gaming collection and posted them. It was a really fantastic way to kind of give everybody a little bit of spotlight. I got to see Bob and Aisha's game collections. I got to see everybody's favorite games, have a few debates about the length that Arkham Horror should probably take. And we, again, love all that kind of stuff. So, Grant Gay, another 2 XP for you, buddy.
And actually, I'd like to give an XP to Harlan because it was nice to see him post pictures of something other than the things we usually get at that time of night. So
yes, that's true.
Because those usually keep me up at night too. And,
but you know, it's just me in bed with my ducky face, type thing. So thank you, Grant. A big shout out to 2 longtime supporters, Bob and Aisha. You guys have been constantly hyping up the games, I want to say. Pretty much every day leading up to the big game on Wednesday, I get something from Bob or Aisha saying, 2 days, guys, which keeps me excited because I'll come by the stream and someone has posted, or the Facebook page, and someone has posted about how excited they are for the game, and people comment, and it kind of just reminds people. So 2 XP for you guys each. I'm not going to split it because that would be unfair. I know. And finally, I want to do a shout out to T Thompson T. We did a first-time Twitch stream the other day. Justin and I, we played Contagion, and T came on over to Twitch, and he hung out with us, and he talked, and he asked us a bunch of questions about that. And that was also a really great way to contribute to the community because it was a new venture, and we wanted to make sure that people were interested, and you were one of the first people there. So, T, again, 2 XP for you. Finally, not that I want to play favorites, but I do want to mention Hans. He has been a long-standing friend to the Invictus stream, always giving us advice, emailing us suggestions, and don't get me wrong, everyone in the community is fantastic. We have Greg, Drew, who emailed us with some suggestions and questions and about interviewing on his own stream and things that he wanted some advice for Numenera. So it's a big thank you to everybody. But those 4 were the most valuable posts this week that I thought kind of helped the sense of community and really made me want to come back to the Facebook page to see what was going on. So give yourself a big pat on the back and let yourself feel good for that because you guys really deserved it. But again, everybody. I don't have favorites, but clearly it would be Gabe if I did. So just get that out there. So thank you guys. Most valuable post this week was you guys. You can be most valuable post next week by involving the community. Ask some questions. Get out there and say, hey, what are you guys playing tonight? What are you doing this weekend? That kind of stuff is what we're trying to breed here, and that's why we picked a very generic title, the Invictus Stream. We didn't say Justin's Gaming Group. Because, he quarterbacks.
That's what he wanted, though.
That's what he wanted. We all had to veto it. No, we picked a generic name because we wanted.
Actually, I voted for it because I felt the pressure.
That's true, yeah. Because he's that kind of guy. Because he just looks at you and he gets
folded. Yeah.
The sexy eyes. But no, we called it the Invictus Stream because we wanted to be a community, not just a one-time thing. In the community sense, I also want to do a quick shout out to the movie that we're going to be movie we're going to be talking about this Sunday, which is The Drop, starring Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini. I know a few of you said you already saw it. I think Hans said he already saw it. I don't know anything about it. I'm really excited. When we reviewed Take Shelter, I think we were pretty level-headed. I know Yannick weighed in a lot. That's another person that's helped out a ton. Yannick, thank you. But we weighed in a lot of other people's opinions. We had a few discussions about it. So if you want to drop by Sunday and watch that would be great too, and post your thoughts and watch the film, obviously. Because that would be half the battle, as they say. Knowledge is half the battle. And the last thing I'm going to shout out or talk about before we get into the poll, because of course everyone wants to know who won, which those who have not voted yet, run over to the Facebook page and put your 2 cents in. I know a lot of the guys in the stream vote last to add a little bit of mystery. In fact, I'm gonna. I was being a little clever. I was switching my vote around so that it didn't seem too one-sided at one point. But I knew who I was voting for from the beginning. So let's see what happens. But I did want to mention also the Twitch stream. Again, we are big gamers. Justin, Chris, and myself. A little bit Alex. Mike loves it, but he always shoots up when he goes in the first-person view. Everyone knows that. That Mike's the kind of gamer that's going to look up and down. Can't get the.
They didn't know that, but now they do.
Yeah. It's not a lie.
So we also have a Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/theinvictusstream, and we're going to be streaming there during the week when we play games. Monday night, I know for sure I'm going to be there, and tomorrow night, Justin and I are going to be playing a little zombie game called Contagion over there as well. Hopefully we can beat the first level, because that's how far we got last game.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult. We're playing it on extreme. So
Yeah.
come by and join that. And I'm sorry for talking your ear off. Let us get to the big to-do. Let's find out who won this week's poll Creative Cipher theme challenge. Did everybody here vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. Then we're going to do the big old drum roll into the game.
twice.
Here we go. And the winner, you know what? Gotta refresh. The winner. Oh, we have a tie. All right. We know what we do with ties. We let both of them win first place. So, tied for first place, we have Mudport Miner's Canary by Dustin Wright. Fantastic. Very fun. I'm excited to use that one, and it's very useful. And The Lassiter Stone by our friend Bob Lyle. You guys are tied for first place. Well done. I am excited. Now, of course, we're near the end, so I don't know how well both will be featured in the game, but it's going to be an effort for Chris to try to include two. Yeah, Chris?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll make it work.
Either way, I'm sure one of them, hopefully the one that's going to save us, will be in this one. Second place goes to Grant Gay. Corvus's Candid Cravat? I don't even know what that was.
Cravat.
Cravat. Oh, of course. Me and my...
It's because I'm so classy, yo.
You are.
I get these.
Pinky
I dress
up.
in cravats all the time.
Of course, Corvus, named by Aisha, is my little follower there with the Brandyjack. So, well done, Grant. Again, the first place, guys, you guys got 4 XP each. Second place, 3 XP for you, Grant. And in third place, we have Flintlock Finger. God, is that enough Fs? By Florian Dorenbosch, I think. Florian Dorenbosch. I think. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and I apologize. Third place. So that's 2 XP for you. And Gabe, Sellout, another fantastic idea, but alas, I have but 1 vote to give. You get 1 XP for entering. Thank you guys so much for entering. Tomorrow, yes, congratulations to all you guys. Another big... And I'm not just saying it. You guys, every week, consistently submit fantastic cipher ideas that are... They excite us, and it's... I'll tell you right now, and these guys will vouch, it is tough to balance the ones that are creative and fun and funny with the ones that we know our characters are going to want to utilize. And that's the challenge that I always have. I always have to ask myself, am I picking this because Brandyjack really wants to use it, or am I picking this because I honestly think it's the best cipher? So let's just say they are all fantastic ideas, and I wish they could all win, but they can't. So thank you guys so much. Next week, or rather tomorrow, after the game, being tomorrow, I'm going to post a cipher poll. Now, it's going to be the last cipher poll for Numenera. It was more scary. I was going for sad. Yeah, it was more ominous than I was expecting. Either way, let's try this. That's closer.
Yeah,
Closer. Warmer. It's going to be the last poll. So
somewhere
please,
between those two.
somewhere in between the ominous sound effects and the whiny trombone, we're looking for the feeling that gives us when we say, tomorrow I'm going to be posting our last poll for Numenera. So, please, if you haven't submitted one, if you've been banking a really good one, or if you just, have a random idea, throw it on tomorrow's poll, because it is going to be the last one we're going to use in Numenera.
What's Alex doing here?
Alex is playing guitar. Oh, he's playing his sad. This is the sad last poll song. So please, even if you don't think you have a good idea, even if you've been a long-time watcher and you never really submit something, because it at least gives you 1 XP. And on that note, I want to remind everybody that the experience points you're earning through all these various mediums, by liking, by being MVP, is not wasted when Numenera ends. Oh, no, 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 no. Call of Cthulhu will be starting a few weeks after, as well as, when this game ends, the week after, we are going to be playing The Running Dead, which is an XP drain, as Justin would put it, where you guys get to spend the experience points you've earned to gift these guys some weapons, some ammunition, or to punish them by dropping monsters in their paths, or I can't think of anything more evil than monsters in your path. Spikes in your feet. I got nothing. So there's going to be a lot of reasons that you can spend the experience points. It's going to be very easy to do that. And again, when we get into Call of Cthulhu a few weeks after that, I have a whole system set up with some pretty spooky things to allow you to utilize your experience points. So don't be afraid to bank it. At the same time, please give us as much experience points as you can today, because we want to make sure that we
mixed messages!
That's what we do. Mixed messages.
What do you want, Harlan? What do you want?
Read between the lines.
Yeah, man. Read between the lines. So again, please make sure that you guys are using that and banking it, and don't be afraid to spend it. And next week, please put in for the poll, because I want as many options. I want a really tough choice. I want 15 options to have to choose from. And we all have to decide what we're doing. Other than that, we are done with the intro. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. This is Game 9 of Numenera. I'm reiterating because I'm going to put a little tag that says, skip to the actual game.
Which I love, by the way.
Yeah, I think everyone likes that. So, without further ado, unless...
No, I'm going to do.
Michael wants to do.
I don't know, because I forget stuff. If we haven't said it yet, join the Facebook group, because they're already, our viewer, you guys already posting comments. I'm already giggling, because you guys are so fast and you're so quick. So jump on in if you haven't yet. Join the Facebook group, because it's a good community. It really is. They're a great group.
I was not tooting horns when I said MVPs and all that stuff. These guys
make me giggle.
They make Michael giggle, and nothing makes Michael giggle except for a pair of testicles. Those are the two things that make Michael giggle, and luckily, I have one of the two of those. Which, well, I'll show you later. No, but 100% right. I mentioned you guys liking the YouTube video and all that kind of stuff, but please, join the Facebook group. That's where the fun happens. So, now, without further ado, unless anyone has anything else to add. Okay, we're going to throw it over to Chris for a little bit of an intro into this game, which you might have seen on the Facebook page. Take it away, Chris.
A prelude to an end. This is the way the world ends. Not with a whimper, but a bang. The four men shared nervous glances as they each prepared for the night ahead of them. Remember why we do this. Or as Brandyjack would say, Brandyjack?
Remember why we do this!
As he paced before his friends.
We need the stone or shard or whatever the fuck it's called. We need it so we can save the world.
He turned to Tharik, who gruffly nodded as if to say,
Well, what are we standing around for?
However, even Tharik knew that this may be the last time any of them were to see each other alive. And the weight of their task suddenly hit him. The closed gate to the tunnels lay before them. Only a frail wooden door stood between them and the hardship to come, and with that, in their hearts, they took a moment to reflect. Shazz regarded the sight before them and took a deep, slow breath. As he did, he removed a small damp bag from his pocket with a green sprout growing out. The gift was the only semblance of family he had ever known, a gift from his birth parents. Through eyes wet with tears, he smiled at it for a brief moment before returning it to his pocket. With a rusty screwdriver, Tharik tightened the stiff metal that was once his left hand. The metal hand he had spent his life running from now reflected the cold, dull pain he felt within himself. This would be the mechanism to end his strife and set the world anew. After a pause, Tharik looked up and took a long breath in, smelling the air and grunting, motioning to the gate before them. Brandyjack loaded his weapon, the jackknife, with odd silence. Through half-hidden movements, he studied his brother Shazz and worried for his safety. So much of his life had been dedicated to keeping him safe, and now, if they did not succeed today, none of that mattered. Watching Tharik lose his arms nearly ruined him, and now, should he witness his brother pass, he did not know if he could last. After a moment, a monstrous growl sounded in the distance, and a soft smirk painting his face as a simpler thought washed over him.
Fuck it, let's save the world.
Pivot stood up from his crouched position, nodding to Tharik as he did, and stepped forward, turning his back to the men before offering a curt nod to each. He lifted his hard metal fist out before him and studied it with the knowledge of the lives it had taken. He spun around and opened the gate to the mines. As each man passed, he regarded them with the respect and admiration that each had earned in his eyes. Tharik and Shazz pressed into the tunnels and shook hands as they separated for what may be the last time. Before Pivot, Brandyjack stopped, and with a curious smile, Pivot's eyes met his old friend's.
Let's give him the old one too, eh?
Pivot said through a cracked smile.
Couldn't have put it better if I said it myself, old friend.
Brandyjack said as he pressed on past Pivot, whistling a cheery tune, as the sound of gunfire began to grow in the dark of the caves. This is the way the world ends, not with a whimper, but a bang.
Nicely done, Chris.
Very nice. Like the overture.
Yeah, so thank you, Harlan, for writing that. I think that was an apt intro to this session. Last time, we ended the session with hearing the challenges that the group is facing. They have 9 different mines, different sections of the mine, more or less. Some of them are physically not sound. In fact, we had a collapse at the end, and we know that Kent Rockford is now trapped and in need of help in order to survive. Some of the morale is quite low at some of the mines, and many men are still refusing to work. Hopefully, with the aid of the new helmet that Brandyjack has acquired, he will be able to invoke a higher sense of cause in these men. Lastly, there's talk of monstrous demons and such in another shaft that is stopping men out of fear from entering. And now with this, the gunfire that Brandyjack and the campaigners have heard, they must face another challenge.
All right, so we're splitting. Shazz and I will go to the people who refuse to work, and you guys are going to go deal with the growling monster.
Well, hold on. Where did that gunfire come from?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell in the echoes of the mines. All you know is the numbers of the mines. It's a chance, basically, because there's 9 mines, and you know from the map the ones that are more dangerous, as Ken Rockford had pointed out to you, that it's a good chance the one that collapsed that he ran to was 7. He was worried about the crew at number 2, and number 6 was the likely place for creatures to still be lurking, as they hadn't cleared it yet.
Alright, I turn to Tharik and I nod. I have a feeling it's down where we're gonna go.
Then let us press on, my friend.
And we'll go to mine too. Let's go, Shazz.
Good luck, guys, and don't forget, we're here to save the world.
Yes, Shazz. Yes, we are.
Always positive.
I shake my head and turn around.
This is going to be a grueling next day and a half. I just want to look at everyone's pool at the moment. How are you guys doing?
Oh, forgot.
Well, did we rest in between before deciding to go
No,
down?
you didn't. No, you did not.
I'm resting right now.
So we all group back together.
Problem is, we've had like go for like 3 days.
I know.
don't think we've stopped.
That's the nature of this experience, is the fact that you guys are working against a timeline.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing it.
But I don't want you guys might run yourself to death without resting.
I actually, thanks to Aisha last game, am doing well.
And I believe you also have some food supplies from a certain piñata.
Oh yeah. I think I kept 2 or 3 fruits.
Now, sorry, Brandyjack, you only have 1 left. Everybody else has 2, because you ate 1, Brandyjack. Okay.
So
That gives you, it basically gives you a heal opportunity. So 1d6 plus your tier level.
And then I'm going to also rest for 10 minutes.
You haven't used that one yet?
Not this one. No.
Okay.
I don't actually know how much health I have.
I know I used it.
I wrote it down.
So that's another D6.
Brandyjack,
Plus
you were down to 3 in one of your categories. I know that to be a fact.
I had what?
You had 3 in your, I believe it's intellect pool.
Baloney. You just hate Brandyjack.
I don't. I just know that you talk a lot. And you use a lot of effort. You care.
Well. Put it like that, why don't you?
Sorry, how many fruit did we have?
2 each.
2 each? Okay. I'm definitely going to eat one of those.
Alright. I don't know what I had. I definitely had... yeah, I agree. I had 3 in my intellect, sure. I don't think my speed was much better. Let's say 5. And I don't think I used my might.
Alright.
Might will be...
Almost full.
Yeah. I'll say 8 out of 12.
So today we will see Mighty Brandyjack.
No, I'm going to eat my freaking fruit. 1d6, you said?
1d6 plus your tier level. As if you just did another.
So
Yep.
that's... Oh, totally
Oh!
3!
Nice!
A whole 3!
Let the rolling begin.
So that brings
So
me to 6
5.
intellect.
7.
Okay.
Well, if anyone out there wants to spend some of that experience points to throw Brandyjack some health, that would be more than appreciated.
Now, I haven't used my 10-hour rest or my 1-action rest.
Yeah, I believe you guys are mostly down to your 10 action, 10 hour, an hour and 10 hour. Or, I don't think you have the 1 round rest, do you?
I didn't use it yet. I used my 10-minute and my 1 hour because we did a...
Right, so you haven't done the 10 second.
I can use those ones first, right?
Right.
Tharik did the 10-second one while he was down and reflecting
Okay.
after his 2 horrible.
I just don't want you guys to die from something silly like a stone falling on your ankle. Which
I don't
might
want to die at all!
No, I don't want you to die from something silly, just something epic.
Alright, I'm making a post to anyone who wants to spend some XP.
So here's the thing, we got like 18 hours left for the world. I'm going to take a 10-hour nap.
Alright?
Procrastinate much?
So
That's
let
I'll
me
do it this afternoon!
Can I just get this straight here? I want to make sure I'm rolling correctly. So I rolled a 5 plus my tier, so that's 7. Then I roll a 2 for a 10-minute break plus my tier?
Yep.
As well? Plus my
Yep.
tier? Yeah? Okay, so that's 4. Nice. Thank you. That's all I had to ask.
Great. So who's going to what part of the mines?
We're going to 2. Brandyjack and myself. Harlan is in this game.
Shazz.
And
Shazz and Brandyjack.
Shazz and Brandyjack are going to
They're going
there.
to 2.
If I drink, can I get something back? Just so I'm drunk?
Yes, but you lose more intellect.
Yeah, I'll give you more might, but less intellect.
Oh, what did the Colonel's box do? It was like I could roll.
Oh, it's a tricky one, because it actually has the potential of being harmful.
Yeah, but one of them was a heal, right?
It was a chance.
Maybe I should chance it real quick. Get
I
some
agree.
Okay,
Much
I'm
kill.
going to pull it up here.
Should I do it? Should I do it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like this is the only time I'm ever gonna have a chance to do it.
Okay. Did you put it up there, Justin?
Greg Bush.
I've got it here.
I just got a notification. I'm gonna guess what he said. Oh no, he wasn't commenting on that. I thought he was excited that we're gonna use his Colonel's box. Crispy. All right, so I got narcolepsy if I do a 1 to 4. What? That's so unfair. 5 to 8 amputation.
Whoa.
9 to 12 impersonation. PC immediately grows a mustache and a southern accent. I kind of love that. Colonel
None of these are
stash.
good.
The secret ingredient was left. Focus heavily on its surroundings for the next 1d6 minutes. All are reduced. Cardiac tract, grapple, chest unit down. Okay, no, it doesn't heal me. I thought one of those helped.
There's nothing else.
Then forget it. I will not use
I
it.
kind of want to be like, as Brandyjack being a forgetful character, he forgot what it did, thinking it misplaced it with the the pinata candy, and
Actually,
that's
I
fine.
think maybe you should do a GM intrusion.
That's what I was thinking.
Because again, did we know what it does?
Yeah, okay, let's do a GM intrusion, because
Fine,
Geom
big,
Kitcher
fine,
gave you
yeah.
Metagaming we know, but did the characters actually figure out what it does?
Yeah,
or are we like,
Geom
hey,
Kitcher-
this must be
Geom-
more helpful food?
Geom Kitcher gave it to you, and he said this could be helpful.
Oh,
Sure.
that's true, he did.
This
I trust
could
that
be
guy.
helpful. An old lunchbox I found.
Or GM Kitcher could be a dick.
There's some rotten chicken in it. All
Alright, so-
if you're gonna intrude, and I can
I'm intruding. I'm intruding.
Perfect.
Alright, let's see what happens. Maybe he's losing an arm.
I'm gonna take that XP, and I'm gonna gift somebody, but I want to check because I've been writing down what everyone gets. I want to see who needs it. That brings me to a total of 2 XP. Hooray!
So GM Kittrick's like, here, this could be helpful. Thank you once again for stabbing me in the face.
Hey, this could be helpful. Make sure Shazz eats from it.
It couldn't hurt that much.
No.
The
So
guy's
this.
back.
So okay.
Okay. Couldn't
So
have
Shazz
hurt.
and it couldn't. But Shazz and I come around the corner, and I'm feeling really weak, and I'm like, Shazz, you're with me on the second tunnel, yeah?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, look, man. I gotta be honest with you. I am feeling down, but Geom gave me this, and it's got this old guy on the side of it, and the chicken smells 9 million years old. 9 billion years old. No. I'm gonna try this, and so just chill with me for a second in
Do
case.
you think that's a good idea?
No, but.
All right.
Is it ever really a good idea to eat KFC?
Yeah, if I was drinking, I would justify it. I'd just be like, I was drunk. I bought KFC. That's like Friday night.
But you know what? The
You
fried
always
chicken's pretty
regret it.
good.
You always regret it.
It's
Popeyes
pretty
is
good.
better.
Whether you leave
Oh,
it
yeah.
5 days.
Popeyes is better. All right, here we go. It's a 1d20, yeah?
Yeah, who are you giving the XP to first? Let's see.
I'll give it to Shazz. He's with me.
Nice. Thank you.
I don't have my sheet in front of me, so I don't know who's fair.
I have
but
2.
I'll give it to Shazz. Okay, I'll give it to Shazz. I know Justin was behind me. I think he's fine now. All right, here we go. Don't tell me what it is until I read it. No, tell me what it is. Okay, here we go. 11.
Oh,
You're
impersonation.
good, you're good.
Impersonation!
I
see.
For 1d6 minutes.
Y'all, this chicken feels real funny in my tummy. Shaz, I don't know what to say, but I don't feel much better.
Oh, you're definitely not sounding yourself. What the hell is going on
Now, would this accent be a plus to my likability or a detractor?
there? It's definitely a detractor.
Apparently Shaz doesn't like you as much.
Why not you talking to me?
I think us Southerners have a certain charm about us. I think we.
Diplomacy.
We have diplomacy and a laid-back attitude and a nice sweet iced tea, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to offend
No offense taken, but this mustache sure itches. It was a mustache, correct?
Yes,
On
fair
top
enough.
of your mustache.
Oh, fair enough. So I pat Shaz on the back and I say, "All right, then that wasn't too useful, but I feel better doing it. Let's head on down the tunnel." I say down the tunnel.
Are you Colonel Sanders or is Foghorn
Foghorn Leghorn, yeah.
Hey, I grew up on cartoons. That's my go-to.
Okay,
I
but
said
wait.
dog.
Okay,
But I stop.
um,
I say to Brandyjack, is it really a good idea for us to be talking to this angry mob, and you sound like Colonel Sanders over here?
Look. There ain't nothing wrong with the way I conduct my business. I may sound a little different, but they don't know that. If anything, it's going to be comfortable for them. And besides, I still have a great demeanor. I just need a stutter. I say stutter every once in a while.
Plus, you can remind them.
big city lawyer.
You can remind them. You can also remind them that this is all to do with the medulla oblongata.
Happiness comes from the medulla oblongata. Mama says. All right. So we continue down the.
okay, continuing down. This is very similar to the other mine that he had been in. However, it looks like it's better sealed. There is more of the barricades that you saw in the other one, the red beams of energy that line the walls. Walking along, you start to feel a rumble, however. Ground starts to shake. And you see stones hitting the barricades. The lights flash, and they are holding. But you realize there's an earthquake underway.
Oh, shit.
The light behind you from the opening in the ground is starting to dim as well. It should be midday, and yet, darkness. You continue on, and eventually, deeper and deeper into the mine, you come to an opening.
Was it behind us that we heard rocks falling, or before us?
All around you, the earth itself is shaking. Another earthquake.
Well, I want to make sure we're not trapped in there.
You're not trapped in, luckily because of the
But it's getting dark
level of
outside.
barricades. It's dark outside. Yep. I mean, you can explore what that's about, but we're moving further in, I imagine.
Oh, I see. The end of the world's coming.
Yeah. If you want us to know, I'm just going to put it out. There's an eclipse of something. The sun is being put in a shadow.
Yeah. I see. This is the end, I believe.
Well, I
Moving
think
along.
you hit that one right on the head there, Brandyjack.
There are men who see you coming, they spit on the ground, and like I said in the last game, you can see a look of disgust on their face, thinking, who are these people coming to tell us after we had the chance for freedom?
I thought we, totally mastered the crowd.
You did, but there was one group that seemed to be unconvinced. Someone that Kent Rockford said was already a bad group to begin with.
Well, it's a good thing we decided to keep the mining together to keep that.
Yeah, right? All right, so
Forcing that.
I turn to Shazz and I kind of say, I'm going to speak to these men, and I'm going to see if I can't whip them into shape so that we can get the work done. But in case that fails, I think it's about time that we pulled on their nanostrings a little bit. A lot of these people around here haven't reacted too well with you, but I do know that seeing a nano of your skill is quite unfamiliar to them, and if we need to scare them, I'm thinking we can use the advantage that the sun is in the eclipse to maybe levitate a few rocks, let them know that the gravitational pull of our own world is changing as we get engulfed by this creature in the sky.
It's a great
The
idea.
the creature's not bigger than the Earth, just to put it into...
They don't know it. I'm lying.
Okay.
I say.
I'm not going to work, because I think you're full of shit.
I haven't even talked to them yet. I was saying
I
it's
thought you
Shaz.
just... Oh, sorry. That's what Shaz said. Shaz said that.
That was
No,
the
no.
plan. I didn't say anything.
Brandyjack, I said excellent.
Okay.
Excellent idea. Let's go forward and talk to these guys.
There we go. So, I no longer turn to Shaz and I say, ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I'm just a small city boy. I'm no big fancy lawyer like them men up there. Not a lawyer, what do you call them?
And it's been 6 minutes, and all of a sudden your accent stops halfway through.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
people are like,
I keep it up anyway. I'm not here to boss you around. I am not a man in a frilly coat to sit there in my chair and dictate orders to you. I'm down here with you, ready to get my hands dirty, and I'm here to relay a message. And the message I'm trying to relay is, Lordy, the worlds are coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen. You can feel it in the core. It is whirling all over. The sky is dark, and my soul, it flutters with the future, that there may be no tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen only, I must address you as an equal, not a better, even a lesser, but an equal at that. We must find a shard big enough to stop what comes in the darkness of space.
go ahead and... Yeah, it really didn't help you at all. Let's go ahead and make it roll.
All right, let's do this. Let's do all social interaction, pleasant social, natural charisma, personable, whatever you want to use there. And I will say, oh, speaking of, Corvus is with me.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. He is my follower. I will have him with me. So I will lower, 2 tiers, and I will spend, of the 3 I got back, I now have 6 intelligence, so I will lower it 1 tier. So 3.
And do you have your mask with you?
And I do have my mask with me, correct. I forgot. I had that on.
You are, overpowered.
Yes, well,
I believe with assets and things like that, once you have more than 3, you actually only get a +1 to your roll, as opposed to getting 3 tiers. It can only be a maximum of 2 tiers from assets, and then it actually turns into a +1 to your
Only
roll.
a +1? That
No,
seems...
I think you're thinking of boosts. You can get a temporary boost to something.
I think
like-
assets are the same thing, like items you use towards it.
No, because an asset brings down the tier 1, right? The whole tier, as opposed to just one of the 3 sub points in that tier.
We'll figure it out by game 10. We'll get there. All right. So we'll say 3 tiers.
I lower it. Well, I mean, again, I got 4 charisma boosts in any way. I got the helmet. I'm going to lower it a tier. And there was another thing we just said. I forget. I don't remember.
Because you're damn good. Just.
You got the guy with
I'm
you?
going to say 3 because of your mustache disappearing halfway through your speech.
But he's got the mask on, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, good call. Hey, there you go.
Like,
Look at you.
So true. All right, so I will roll now.
Watch
Go
it
ahead.
be a natural 20 too.
It
On top
better
of it.
be.
All that time wasted.
It better be something good. 9.
They say, well, we better be getting paid for this. And they go and pick up their pickaxes. They start getting to work.
Nice.
Okay,
Wow.
we're going to have you roll for them to discover a shard in a moment. But we're going to go over to Pivot and Tharik, who have gone to which mine?
The monster mine.
The monster mine! Okay. There is pandemonium as you come closer to this mine. There are people running each different directions, some of them dripping with blood, helping another person walk. They are just not in any shape to go in there, and they look at you and they say, "There's no way, you can't make us. It's not worth it. We'll die today, let alone
What
die from..."
Sorry to interrupt. What happened?
We don't know what it is. It was dark. Came out of nowhere. We heard screams, and Randall, and actually Randall's the name of the other guy. Well, no, Randall was the name of the other. We lost 3 men down there. They screamed, and we're not going back down there. There's something big.
All right, make your way back up. Bring the wounded out of the mine, and get some rest. We'll go and investigate. Is there anybody here who is able to fight?
Because it couldn't possibly be larger than all of us.
He looks at you slowly. Blood on the sides of his face. Trust me, it is.
Is there anybody who's able to fight?
You too feel the earth begin to shake.
Okay.
And you realize that it is not another earthquake like you had just felt moments before, but something within the mind itself has caused this.
Surely a couple of you have a light source that we may borrow.
This mine has not been in use. However, there should still be some light from the barricades on the walls. I don't think the thing can come out. I think it's too big to get out here. I think we should just leave it. It's not worth it.
There's no way that it can get into the other mines, disrupt the other miners. I heard that there is a tunnel that is really insecure. If this thing keeps moving around like that, making earthquakes, maybe those miners are at risk.
Can you try to coax it out of him? I'm going to have you do a roll. Don't add effort, because it's not a big deal.
Alright.
But go ahead and roll. He's a little bit in shock, you can tell.
4.
He looks at you and says, "I believe it is possible. Before we left, I foolhardily tried to take a swing at the beast, thinking it would make a difference. And I swear to you, when I hit it with my pickaxe, I landed. I landed a strike. It connected. But the beast took the instrument from my hand and absorbed it, and it became part of the creature. The teeth I saw and the fury in his eyes, It's not worth it. And perhaps it will make it to another mine. Maybe it'll absorb the walls of the mine itself to get there. I don't know. But all I know is I'm not going back in there with that thing.
And the people around, are they taking our words and bringing the injured up through the mines?
You
We're just
see
talking to this one guy?
the surgeon, the person who worked on Tharik, come over. She's helping. She's apparently doing it for free, which is weird compared to the characteristics that you've thought of her before. Yeah, everyone seems to be helping each other out. They are motivated by the speech and the show that was before by Brandyjack, and they're fearful for their lives.
Okay.
And even still, they don't want to go back in there.
It is good to see you again, Witch.
She goes, "Hey, let me know when you need an upgrade for those things. I got some better models, I can tell you."
Really? All right. We have no time for this now, woman.
So one last word with the guy that we're talking to. And I get close and I whisper to him. I say, so that nobody else can hear, what is it that we're facing here? Some sort of giant blob?
It was hard to see in the darkness, but from the shadows of its form, I could see it had 4 legs on which it stood, hunched. It was big and powerful, and huge teeth. It had form. It was a physical mass. I could hear it hit at the ground and rumble the earth as it walked.
All right. I believe you. Get up with the others. We'll take care of this.
He leaves.
Just an idea, Pivot.
What's up?
If it absorbs, perhaps if I feed it the crab juice, which hardens your body, you could use that against it to harden its exterior form.
Maybe. Maybe.
Just
it's a
a thought.
risk. It might just make it stronger.
It may.
If it absorbs, another option is I can power this thing up, stick it in, run away, and wait for it to explode on the inside.
Referring to your overcharge?
Yes, referring to my overcharge.
Well, that certainly sounds like a excellent plan.
The overcharge does do 50 points of damage. If
So
it,
that would
but
make
I
another-
remember it's a 1 in 20 chance that it's going to blow up in your hands as soon as you press the button.
Well, is it totally necessary to destroy this thing, Tharik? To get the miners back in this mine?
Perhaps. But perhaps we could also find out what it is, and I could try to calm it.
That's true. You are good with animals, aren't you? I'm surprised that more people survived based on the description. Maybe it isn't all bad.
Like most animals, it's probably reacting out of fear, more than intent to harm.
All right. Well, I say it's worth a shot. But I think that for now, if this fails, I think it's better just to book it, hightail it, check out what the other guys are doing. Maybe we'll be able to find the shard in other mines and not disturb it. Worst comes to worst, if we don't find anything else anywhere else, we can come back, we can try the overcharge.
Just to clarify how this is going to work, the more mines that you have working at full capacity, the better odds you have. This is going to reduce your odds to not have this mine working. You don't need it to succeed, but it is one fewer that you have the time to mine through. When I go back to Brandyjack and Shazz, they are going to be rolling for a certain number of mines that are working presently, and their actions have contributed to reducing the difficulty of finding the shard. You leaving this mine will mean that it is going to be that much harder. But it might be worth it considering what you fear is in there.
What do you think, Tharik? Does that sound good? Or do you not think we have enough time?
I feel like, due to time, we should face this creature, and at least try to come to understand it. And perhaps it will move on. Or we will blow it up.
Sounds good to me. I've been waiting to use this thing for a long time. And we keep walking.
Towards the mouth of the thing. Towards the mouth of the mine, I imagine?
Towards
Well,
where the monster is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So walking through the mine, it's very similar to the original mine that you guys are in. It's not one they've been working. The chamber you're in is fairly small, a corridor type size, but then you get to a point where it starts going down more steadily, and you can hear it echoing as you hear crunching of what sounds to be bones, and the earth is shaking again underneath you. It is bigger down below. You'll have to lower yourself down to where they were working, where you assume the creature is now kept. Before you do that, we're going to go back to Tharik, or Brandyjack and Shazz.
All right. So the miners are mining.
Hold on, before we do that, Greg mentioned that I totally forgot. I posted, does anyone want to spend XP to let me heal? And he said, if I have it, I don't know how much I have right now, but I'll spend it. And I don't know how much he has, Justin, the keeper of the experience points. This is Greg Bush.
Greg Bush is currently sitting at 16 experience points.
What? Oh, Harlan, you're lucky.
So he can spend one of those to give me a 1d6?
He can spend, I believe it's 5 XP to give you 1d6.
Oh yeah, perfect. Greg, if you're cool with that, thank you so much. I am going to take that right now. I am going to roll 1d6 plus my level and all that kind of shit to heal. Oh, look at that, Greg. That is what we need, man.
Very
That's
nice.
6, 7, 8. That's 8 health. That I need so
What
badly.
I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to spend it on intellect. Because we all know Brandyjack ain't much use without his intellect. And I used 2 last time to go down, bringing me up to 10. Woo woo! Perfect. All right. Sorry, Chris. Back to you, buddy.
No problem. So as promised, you guys begin to work alongside the miners.
I pick up an axe and I start.
Chipping away. Eventually you come to a part where you, an opening, you break through an opening into a small antechamber. And you alongside Brandyjack and a few other men clamber into this space, hoping that following the vein of yellow stones, you will come across something substantial. With you, it appears to be an elderly man with his son, another gentleman who obviously is a friend of theirs, and a big man, very broad, very muscular. And you guys clamber through this hole, and he barely makes it through to get into this antechamber to work alongside you guys. But he is a strong man, and he's able to work alongside you.
I turn to the big man, I kind of say, "What's your name?"
Oh, sorry, that's me. It's like, oh, this should be good. They call me Keith.
Keith, eh? Fair enough. You're a big man.
Thank you.
You've been mining these tunnels. You've been mining these tunnels for a long time.
And he points over to the young man and he says, since before his age, I believe. How old are you now, Simon? Simon looks at him and he's like, well, I'm 14. He says, yeah, well, I started when I was about 12. It's my father before him, and so on and so forth. And he's like, but, we should focus. And he takes a massive swing, hits into the wall, and pulls a chunk away. Simon's doing the same thing. They're all working very hard, very diligently, as seeing that you are working alongside them.
And I turn to Shazz. And I kind of go, "There's a 14-year-old kid down here with us, man."
I know, this is pretty intense.
The chances,
working.
Yeah, with the earthquakes that are happening, there's a good chance that there could be like a cave-in. I feel like, I don't know.
Well, we have to mine. What are we gonna say? Oh, you guys stay down here, and we'll get the 14-year-old kid out because there's an earthquake.
No, you're right.
Oh, jeez.
So you keep working, and the older man, the man who seems to be more experienced, is kind of guiding the son. And he keeps going, okay, hold it like this. You'll get more speed if you start your hand at the top of the axe and work your way down. And he's showing them where to hit, and being distracted and kind of working more feverishly. Is that a word? Feverishly? Yeah. Keith takes one big swing, and he connects with something. And he pulls out, and hot steam shoots out.
Oh.
He goes, that's weird. And all of a sudden, water starts pouring out of that area. It's hot water, not enough to scold someone, but the room starts filling with water, and they see panic on the man's face.
I tell Shazz to get the fuck out, and I climb up after Shazz.
What the hell? I climb out, obviously.
Okay, so as you guys are climbing out, everyone's now the first one to notice it was Keith, and he turns and says, "We gotta get out of here!" And he runs to the same small exit that you guys entered in, and he tries to clamber through, and he reaches for his, Brandyjack, give me a hand, help me out of here.
So I grab his hand and I pull him.
And you start pulling him, and he says, it's filling up, and you see the water start getting higher and higher, and people are panicking in the next room over, and they hear what's happening, the commotion, but Keith gets stuck.
Oh shit.
He gets past his rib cage, but his hips aren't able to get through.
He's the first one out?
After you two.
So everyone else is still down there?
Yeah. So Keith is now stuck in the only exit, and they have moments before they will start to drown. You hear them screaming, Keith, get out! Move out of the way!
Shit.
What's he saying? Is he like blocking them in?
Keith is not trying to block him, and he's now wedged in the only opening from this antechamber.
Oh man.
And he's trying to get out.
Is there anything like how do they
So
mine?
There's different tools. They have pickaxes, there's dynamite, things like that around here.
There's dynamite?
There's only a few options because you can keep pulling on him and hoping he's going to come out, but he's wedged in there really good. It's getting to the point where you feel that you're going to have to get him out of there in a hurry. There's very few options for you to do. So you can let the people drown, or you can try to get rid of Keith in a hurry.
I turn to Shazz. Well, first off, what kind of is it like dynamite that would blow the whole fucking, or would it like if I shoved it next to Keith, would it kill him and let the?
It's a risk. You feel that it's something that's it's not exactly dynamite. It's something that they've contrived that it's kind of similar to the overcharge cipher that Justin has, but it's got a dial on it that you can kind of more of a controlled explosion. You kind of outline where it's going to go and how big the radius is going to be. Unfortunately, the smallest radius will definitely kill Keith.
Is anyone around us?
The boy is crying. You can hear the boy. Help us! We need out. Dad, what do we do?
Okay, I turn to Shazz. I turn to Shazz and I say, "We have to kill."
The dad's going. Don't worry.
I ignore that. I
Nothing
turn
to
to
be afraid
Shazz.
of.
I turn to Shazz and I say, "We need to kill Keith."
What? You can't just kill this guy because he's stuck.
No. We need to use the dynamite.
We'll
And
yell
as I'm doing this, I walk over to
push.
the dynamite pile and I go to
What
grab
are you
a piece.
doing? No, stop. We can't be throwing dynamite into a hole because a guy's stuck. We don't even know if this place is gonna come down if you throw a piece of dynamite.
It's filling with water. There's a 14-year-old kid in there.
So tell them to push. They'll push. We'll pull. We'll get him out of there. Keith,
How many seconds do you think you have until that fills and those people drown? This is a 1-second solution, Shazz. 1 second.
we could break his ribs. We could.
All you're going to be
break
doing
his
is
hips.
you're going to be hurting a guy.
Versus blowing him up.
Before it's a quick. What is?
Keith hears you guys talking. He's like, "What, guys? No, seriously. There's got to be another way."
And I turn to him and say, "Keith, I'm sorry, man. There are people under you. Can you get out?"
Brandyjack,
No.
Brandyjack, you're insane. I'm all for helping people. We can't go throwing dynamite at a, shoving dynamite down some guy's throat to get him out of a hole. There's got to be other ways around this.
How much time do you have?
You have moments. You have about, before they're underwater, I'd say 60 seconds.
So I turn to Shazz. Fine. And I grab Keith and I say, you kick in his ribs. And I start pulling Keith with all my might. But I still have the dynamite in my pocket.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
Is Keith moving?
Well, I'll see.
All right. I will use strength.
You can.
I will lower it.
He's panicking.
I will lower it by 3 since I have lots of strength, or might.
This
The
is
dad's like, "Come on, help
insane.
push!" And then in
Yeah.
the other room, you hear them pushing.
And I scream under them and I say, push! And I
Push!
roll. Oh, fuck me.
Wow.
Okay. So you hear a snap,
Oh no!
and you hear his shoulder pop out of place, and his something breaks on him, and his hips unalign, and you hear him scream as you pull this body out. And the sun is, the water is up past their mouths now, and they're trying to clamber out. And the dad pushes the son out first, and the dad climbs out after, and they're coughing up water and say, "We gotta close this up. We gotta close it up before it floods the entire mine."
And we reach down and help anyone else up that's coming. Because you said
Yeah.
there was 3 or 4 down there or something, right?
Yep, there's one other.
Now
What's
we've got
Keith doing?
a severely damaged person here.
So
Oh yeah, Keith is screaming.
that's what you
He's
wanted.
But not dead.
but not dead.
Not dead.
Are you happy, Shaz? This man's in absolute terrible pain.
Yes, we should kill him and put him out of his
No, I'm
misery.
not happy. Let's pull him to safety, and we'll get the 14-year-old to drag him back to town.
So the older
I don't
man
know.
turns to you, grabs a stick of dynamite, the overcharge, and he says, "Back up. We gotta close this off." And he puts it in the right place, and he detonates it, blocking off that tunnel.
I run.
And it's fine. It caves in, and it stops the water from seeping into this next room.
And it obviously
And he
killed
walks
him.
over to Brandyjack and Shazz. He says, "Thank you. My son nearly died down there."
Well, we're happy we could get you out. Even if it wasn't in a spray of glory.
And he hands you a what looks to be a medallion. He says, "This is something we've had in the family for years, and I was going to hand it down to my son, but I feel that we owe this to you." And he looks at the son, and the son nods in agreement, and he hands you a coin, a medallion.
Cool.
And I don't have I have a free slot because I just ate my Colonel's chicken, so I can take it if you're full, Alex.
You can take it.
You
I have-
sure?
I have. No. Do you want one?
I only
It's
have.
It's the Mudport Miner's Canary, by the way.
Okay, because other than that, I only have anxiety energy, which I don't know what that is.
Take it. Take it. I have this. Who's using the worm of language?
How do you, Justin? Do you not write, or Harlan? Do you not write anything down?
You know what? Where?
I don't
Am I
know.
supposed to write it down?
You're on a computer.
I don't
Literally
have a
anywhere.
I don't have a computer. Chris, I don't have a computer. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have. I have never owned a computer. I play this on my Xbox.
Okay. Anxiety engine. Do you remember what it does?
I
creates
wasn't
a
asking.
Okay. You know what it does though?
No.
Like
I'll
that
make up
scarecrow.
what it says. It doesn't matter.
This Fargo. The scarecrow mist. Think of that.
The Scarecrow mist.
From like
What?
From Batman. We talked about it last time. He remembers.
Oh,
nothing.
right. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, Scarecrow, I'm thinking, and then Mist, I'm thinking Mist. I'm like, what the fuck are those two things to do with anything? Batman,
Okay.
that makes a lot more sense. All you need to say is Scarecrow, Mist, Batman, and I got you.
Sorry. This is my fault. Back to Tharik.
You know what? You hothead, it is your fault, okay? I don't even have a computer.
Okay, Tharik and Pivot. You guys are walking up to this opening, and you have to lower yourself down.
All right. And is there any mechanism? How did the miners get down?
You can climb down. It's doable for sure.
Okay.
The reason that the creature is not able to come through is it's pretty far down and it opens up as you go into it. So it's just size-wise, whatever it is not able to get out.
Okay. Well, how do you suppose we get down, Tharik? Just climb down?
I am fine with that, Pivot.
It's going to be hard to climb back up quickly if we get, if things get hairy in there.
And yet we will do it.
Let's do it.
You guys clamber down the walls. It's a lot of the rubble is new, whether from earthquake, whether from the creature or the mining itself. Some of it starts slipping underneath you. So I'm going to do an intrusion on who's the first one in.
Probably. Yep.
Pivot?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, you're going to slide down, and you're going to land at the bottom in a vulnerable, prone position.
Okay. Can I do a climbing check to catch myself?
Not if you're accepting the intrusion.
All right, I will accept.
Cave monster babies.
I will accept it.
Okay. You slide down on your back. Tharik, you hear a grunt from Pivot, and you see him lose his footing, and he slides down the rocky face, and he slides out of the glow of the light into darkness. Pivot, you're now at the bottom of an opening. You can hear your breath reverberate on the walls, and you can feel the warmth of someone else's breath on you.
Okay. I reach
Now,
very
sorry,
slowly.
go ahead.
I hold my breath and reach very slowly to the overcharge machine.
Okay?
And it's like completely pitch black in here, right?
Yep.
What were they
Hear
using
voice.
as lights down here?
You don't know. Whatever it was, it's no longer working.
Okay.
Those bastards. Told us we didn't need lights.
And I just wait and listen.
Okay, so you hear the breath. And it slows and stops.
All right, and what's Tharik doing?
All right, so do I know roughly how far down this is from where I am now, or?
From what you
No idea,
heard
'cause-
from Justin, sliding
Yep.
down, you'd say it's probably another 20 feet.
All right, I will. Because I'm worried about him, I will kind of. I know that it gets wider, so I'll kind of push off the walls and kind of bounce from wall to wall to wall.
Okay, it gets
Right.
harder, obviously, as it gets closer to the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to say you managed to do it.
Why,
You
yes, I do.
land- You hear a thud beside you. Pivot. You hear a thud beside you.
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm just looking at Gabe. Gabe is on, by the way. Hello, Gabe. We haven't seen you.
Hey,
in a
welcome
while.
back.
I just was looking at his post. It's funny. Elijah Wood from Lord of the Rings going, "No, Pivot! Fly, you fools!" Okay, so I hear a thud beside me, and
The smell is the first thing you recognize, and you know it to be Tharik.
okay.
Farted.
So I was gonna reach out and touch what it was, but then I
It's a mixture of motor oil and aftershave.
those aren't unpleasant smells. No. So where was the breathing coming from?
Just a foot away or so to your right.
Okay. So I reach out with my metal hand and try to feel for what was breathing.
Your hand touches something wet and warm.
I didn't know I could feel heat on this.
I imagine you can. I mean, it'd be pretty. I don't know.
I can make
Can
it
you?
move with my mind. Maybe very
Yeah.
subtly. It's like a tingling sensation.
I don't
So
know. I hope so.
Does it feel
You
like
do.
a human? Does it feel like a human body?
Yeah.
Okay.
It feels like part of a human body.
Ooh. Okay. I reach over to Tharik with my other hand. And what's the universal tapping gesture for what should we do?
You pull on my penis twice.
Ah.
No, that's when I have to tell myself what I need to do.
That's right. If you don't want to do anything, pull it 100 times.
And then we take a nap. Okay.
I'm kind of frozen. I'm kind of frozen because I know there's something big down here, and I don't want to whisper. I don't want to move. I do a listen check. How about we start there? I do a listen check to hear if I can pinpoint where in the area this giant beast would be.
Okay.
All right, 15.
It is in this big opening, a short distance away from you guys. Not immediate distance, probably about 50 feet. And it's sitting down eating something.
Okay. Now
You can hear crunching. You can hear crunching. And you just have this innate sense that you can, by the sound of it, you know where it is.
Okay. And is there any way I can use Tharik's penis to tell him this?
Speak into the mic.
Test
Well,
testicles. No, you can't. I'm sorry. You can, but it's a heroic task. A task worthy of legends.
All right. Well, what's Tharik doing then?
I don't know.
Tharik, landing, trying to assess the situation. Pivot. Are you here? Are you okay?
You hear a grunt in the darkness.
And I pat his leg faster?
And you feel the ground begin to shake and thud. Pivot. You're going to have to do a speed roll as something reaches for your legs to grab you.
All right. And I'm going to use effort. 2 levels of effort. That'll cost me 3, I believe. Or, no, 4.
Okay, bear in mind, I told you guys this is, I warned you, I swear I warned you. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
So how many levels?
It's down 2.
Okay. It grabs you, and you're hanging upside down in the darkness by your legs as this stony, grasping maw of a hand is hanging onto you.
Stony, eh?
Yep. It honestly doesn't feel that different. It's as if the ground itself has wrapped you up and is hanging you up. And you feel the claws that are on you, around you, are metallic, and you're pretty sure made out of pickaxe handles, heads, pickaxe heads.
Oh, wow.
Pickaxe heads.
Cool. So I grab onto it, and I try to pull back with my metal arm.
Like to try to open it up?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Might roll?
Yep.
All right, I've got to use 2 levels of effort.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to bring me down to 7 might. I've got 7 out of 18 might. And I'm rolling, so down 2 tiers. Shite.
Yeah, there's no way that your strength is going to be enough to overpower this creature.
All right, and I show Tharik!
Okay, Tharik, it's your turn.
Well, I think at this point, although I am very concerned, I do need to see what I'm doing. So, if I can, I will spend my turn, lighting a torch from my explorer's pack.
Nice. You managed to do so, no problem, and it illuminates the space as the walls seem to reflect the light, and you see the veins of shard are plentiful in this mine, and you see something that looks like this holding up Justin in the air.
Oh shit!
Growling.
Wow.
All right.
Its teeth are bared, and it looks like it's about to take a big bite out of Justin. And by Justin, I mean Pivot. It is his turn. Justin, what are you wearing?
Something
It's
frilly.
a poly cotton blend.
Well, it's pretty much what I'm wearing in my picture. Not a lot. I've got a white vest that looks puffy,
Yep. Okay.
and a metal arm.
Well, interestingly enough, you don't know why. I mean, if you used an intellect roll, I could let you know. But it actually tries to absorb your pants, and you're slipping from its grasp. Luckily, if you take this intrusion, it absorbs your pants, and you are now pantsless. And I'm gonna actually take away whatever armor you're wearing.
Oh,
So you
okay.
actually, because it's grabbing you, it's clasped around the waist and everything, and basically any armor it's touching, it'll take away. But you will drop to the ground out of its grasp.
Any armor I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't count as the armor that...
The cipher one?
No, from my fuse's flesh and
No,
steel.
it doesn't absorb your arm.
Oh, I don't.
Luckily.
So it absorbs my black brigandine.
Yeah. So whatever
I see
outside
what you're
of.
asking. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I will not accept that.
Okay. So basically the experience point I gave you before you don't have, but
Yeah.
Tharik, you're luckily up an experience point. Instead, it'll make an attack on you. So go ahead and roll a defense roll.
Wasn't that the attack? Or no, that's just the...
That was an intrusion, but it didn't happen, so instead it's going to make an attack.
Okay. So I will do a might defense and try to block it.
Okay.
And I could really use some health.
Have a fruit.
Anybody? Oh yeah,
You have like 3 fruits.
I've got a fruit and I've got a one action. No, I've got one fruit.
I blow you a kiss, a healing kiss.
Aww.
All right.
Through the
and yeah,
walls
sorry.
of the tunnels.
I told you I was lowering it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Still doesn't matter, eh?
No, unfortunately, this big beast takes you hanging there, and he sees that you're struggling. He's not ready to swallow you whole because he doesn't want to get caught in his throat. So he takes his other fist and he tries to bash you, and
Okay.
just knock you out. And he connects, and it does 5 points of damage.
Well, it's a good thing I
And-
kept my armor.
Yes, it is.
Jesus Christ.
All
I'm
right.
glad we didn't take the beast alley.
So that's got to come off my might.
Yep.
All right.
Or speed.
Or intellect, because he knocks you silly. All right.
No, it has to start with might. Actually, it has to start with might, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it will be back to you guys' turn, but we're going to go back to the other guys.
Who
I don't know
are?
if I should break it up that way. Do you want to keep it fighting first?
No, I'm good to switch back.
Okay, back to Brandyjack. You guys continue to mine. I'm going to have you guys do a roll. Successfully, you've convinced them to continue mining in this shaft, which is a benefit. Unfortunately, they have heard the news of Kent Rockford being trapped. It has passed quickly, as they have forms of communication beyond word of mouth. So, that has affected the roll. But you need to roll for the 3 of the mines right now.
Okay. I can roll for it. Or let Shazz roll for it.
Well, I'll roll 1. You can roll 2.
Okay.
We're rolling for 3 of the mines. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh, no, you roll 2, I'll roll 1. I'll go
All right.
first. Because I'm only really 1. 16.
Okay.
15, 12.
Ooh.
All positives.
Fortunately, they keep mining. They haven't found anything yet.
Oh, so it's
As you guys keep working, you hear them talking and murmuring and panicking about the fact that Kent Rockford is not amongst them, and they're saying somebody has to help him. I don't know. Maybe we should stop. Maybe we should go and look after him. He's always been there for us, and now we're ignoring the fact that he's trapped. Maybe we should leave this mine and head over to the other one.
Don't. So I kind of put down my pickaxe and wipe the blood stained calluses. No, I got nothing. I walk over to him and say, look, I understand the need, and I understand the worry, but you guys need to keep mining.
Kent's in this with the rest of us.
Yeah. My brother... Shazz and I... Nothing. Forget it. Shazz and I, my partner and I, will go check on Kent shortly. We'll make
Shortly, he could die.
Okay.
As you're talking, as you see in the background, a big woman with some scars on her forearms and hands walk over to where the boy was, and she kind of looks at him angrily and says, "You could have killed us all," and hits him. The 14-year-old kid backhands him. The kid falls to the ground, his nose bloody. His dad looking up furiously at the woman. He goes, "You back down! It's my boy. Leave him alone." And a crowd of people start watching this. The man goes to take a swing at the woman, and she catches the fist and crumples the man to the ground. Says, "You got to watch your son. He could have killed everyone." And you hear a snap as the wrist of the old man breaks.
Brandyjack, we got to do something about this.
Look, I get, but it's not our fight. We have so many other problems right now.
How can you be so fucking cold? And I run over, and I yell at the lady, "Fuck you! What are you doing?" I thought about that one a little bit longer. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Teach them a lesson.
What? Hey, it was a mistake. We were all in that tunnel. Back off, lady.
Why, you want to learn a lesson too? She walks over towards you, Shazz.
Well, I immediately hold my ground, first of all, and I look her dead in the eye, and I say, "We're all in this together. Let's just keep on looking for a big shard."
And I walk over next to Shazz as well, and kind of give her the same look.
With the mask on. It's very
she spits at your feet,
right.
and she throws her pickaxe down. She says, "I'm done with this bullshit." And she walks out of the mine.
Real mature.
The old man is there. His wrist is broken. The boy with a bloody nose. The man is just full of shame that he couldn't defend his son.
Brandyjack, what the hell? Where were you? What's your problem?
Look, Shazz, I get it.
It's like you don't care about these people.
It's not that I don't care. It's that there are bigger fish to fry. I'm not going to get caught up in every squabble between miner and man. It doesn't matter. We got a thing that's going to eat the... We have a thing that's going to eat the planet. It doesn't matter if this guy gets blown up with a piece of dynamite or this woman hits a kid. It doesn't matter. We need to find the shard and we need to save everybody because it's not going to matter tomorrow.
You know, you make a lot of sense, right? That's the bullshit part. Because I can't believe I'm working with such a selfish person at times and so unselfish at other times.
Not that I'm unselfish. Look, you want to know the truth? The reason I stepped in now and I didn't help the guy because you were she was, I don't know, I thought she was going to hit you. Look, what I'm saying is this, I gotta pick the things that are going to be important to me. Right now, saving the world is important to me. You and Tharik are important, yes.
What
if a
makes
kid
me
gets hit
so
because he's in
important?
the way, it doesn't matter. It's not about you.
I have fucked this up enough times. I stabbed Geom in the face with the needle, and I'm still around. I've made an idiot out of all of us, and I'm still around. Why are you keeping me in this group?
You have fucked up a lot.
Look, I'm not saying you should pick at all my negatives aspects.
No, you picked them.
But I just don't understand.
We need to focus right now. We need to get to Kent Rockford. We need to get to Kent Rockford. Let's go. And we and I begin hoofing it down the tunnel to try to save him.
Well, while
And
we're
I turn
getting
and
Kent,
I turn to
let's get this
Corvus.
back to work.
Hold on, I turn to Corvus and I say, Corvus, buddy, put down the axe for a second. I need you to stay here and make sure they keep working.
Well, I'll try. I've never really led anybody before.
No, you have. You're a born leader, man. You know who I was before I became the leader of the Jackdaws? Before I was Brandyjack? I was a guy just like you. And I take off my helmet. And I said, look.
You're much better looking than I am.
Yeah. So I'm giving you this helmet. And I stick the helmet on his face.
Yeah, there you go.
And I shut it, and I say, Corvus, you're a born leader like the rest of us. I need to go save some asshole. Can you keep these people? Can you lead these people? Can you make sure they stay there? Because that's all it takes to be a true leader. The gumption, the drive to stay when all else leave.
I can do this. I can do this!
Damn fucking straight, you can bump it!
And he bumps it and he runs off and goes, Men! It is time! And you can see he's kind of overdid it a little bit. And it's gonna work. It's gonna work, but it's not gonna be pretty.
And I kind of stand at the mouth of the tunnel leading back up, and I kind of go, "That's my boy."
Okay, back to Tharik and Pivot. Tharik is taking a thrashing. Blood is dripping down from above, and you see this huge creature still grasping him. And he's about. What did I say?
Tharik. No worries, we all know.
You all know. Tharik, your turn. What are you gonna do?
I am going to try to placate this animal. This is not the pivot you're looking for.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to calm it down.
Oh.
And see where we go from there. So, please. Easy. Let the man down.
Okay. Go ahead and give that a try.
Yes, so I will use my mighty intellect, because I would imagine it would be intellect. So I need, what do I need here?
A successfully high roll.
Yes, I know, but it'd be 3 to lower it.
Okay.
2 to lower it a level? Is that right? I have no edge.
It's 3 for the first one then.
3 for the first one.
Do you even edge?
But I can lower it 2, correct? Because I'm tier 2 and effort 2, but it'll cost me 5 total, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I will do that. And I will use my skill of placating animals.
Well, that helps. So it lowers a total of 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on, guys who write the logarithms for this rolling mechanism.
Oh! Guys who
Listen,
nice
listen.
You're gonna help, get him to mine for you guys.
You're welcome. From the guys who wrote the algorithm for this.
They're watching.
Oh,
They're really watching. It drops Pivot, and it sits down and looks at you, cocking its head like a interested dog, ready for whatever you're about to tell it.
Put peanut butter on your nuts.
Who likes the Skippy?
Do it.
Who likes the Skippy? Do it.
I will say, good. Well done. And I will quickly scan to see if there are any other pickaxes or any other metal shards lying around.
Yes. You see before you, as you notice, because of the light and your focus has now been drawn away from the creature, there are bodies strewn in this mine. And a lot of pickaxes and tools.
Alright, so again I will grab one and walk over to the creature with my head down, showing that I mean it no harm, and hand it the head of a pickaxe. Please. Eat.
He doesn't eat it, but he understands what you're trying to do. He grabs it And you see a cut that must be where that miner had landed. A blow on it as it absorbs the new pickaxe is filled in and no longer bleeding.
Put your dick in it.
It is
Yes.
now, yeah, it is like listening to you, and it's curious, but you only have a short period of time. It is a wild animal before it
Yes.
will disregard you.
Pour your crab skin on it. Make a super weapon.
Crabs.
Now I'm just wondering, should we use the overcharger? Yeah.
That's a really good timing for it.
Oh, that's what I'm going to try to do.
Make it eat it!
I have the overcharger.
And I say, sure, you know how to work it?
Don't you just push a button?
Do I know?
That's exactly it. It's literally you push a button and you run like hell.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So I will take it, push it, and offer it to the creature.
It again looks kind of confused as you reaches for the item and grasps it. But right before he grasps it, you need to do a roll. It's a 1 in 20 chance that it blows up in your hand, killing you instantly.
I just want to keep this roll up here.
If you roll a natural 1, you will die.
You
Yeah.
have an experience point to re-roll, though.
And I will do that, yes. Not that I'll need to, because this is about to be another 20.
That's still pretty good.
The creature grabs it and absorbs it into itself, and you can see it's starting to get restless. It stands back up on its haunches, ready to strike again.
Backpedal!
Okay, so it's going to make
Stay.
one last attack towards Tharik, or
Yes.
towards Pivot.
Yep.
What did I do?
Well, as far as he knows, you're still food. Tharik is the only one who's like made any connection with him.
Fair enough.
So it's going to make one last attack on you.
Okay.
So go ahead and do a roll.
Alright. I will. And I'm going to use 1 effort. Because I'm getting low. Oh God, who made the dice stream? Blah blah blah. Wow, after that shit there. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Turn the dice stream, blah, blah, blah.
So the creature goes to swipe for you, and then
Yeah.
it stops, and you hear a click. And boom! Pieces fly everywhere. Blood, smeared rocks, mucusy bits of flesh, teeth, an eyeball pops and bounces before it. You guys are knocked prone in front of this big explosion, and the whole cave starts to shake. Standing up slowly, your ears are ringing, and you look at each other, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Very
And
satisfied.
I pat Tharik on the back, and I say, "Damn." Just
And
damn.
I'm going to give you guys 2 experience points each. I know that's not how this game system works, but
we're
that
breaking
was
the rules.
a very difficult creature for you guys to face, and you blew it the hell up.
We're chopped liver.
Looking around, you do notice that there are remnants of ciphers. A lot of them exploded, and there are pieces of shard. A lot of pieces of shard. None of them now big enough to be used, but there probably at one time was a piece big enough to be used in there. But you do find some ciphers that are usable, for sure.
That's useful.
Before we move on, Pivot, I would like to have a moment just to mourn the loss of this life. For it was just a creature.
Is it dead?
Oh,
That's
it's dead.
That's like catching a fish and then putting it in the blender and being like, oh, I feel bad.
I do feel bad,
You
but it
mourn
was the only way out.
You mourn the loss of it. It tried to eat me. I'm gonna look at these ciphers over there.
Very well, Pivot.
All right, so looking around, we're going to do 1d6 ciphers in the working ciphers still in the remains of the beast.
And thank you, Tharik. Thank you. You saved my life.
And if you, let's have you roll a 1d20. If you get 15 or higher, it's actually going to be an artifact in there as well, something very useful.
Like a shard?
Not that useful. You blew it up.
All right, here goes. Nope.
Nope, but you do find 1d6 worth of ciphers.
Okay. Okay, 4.
Okay. And they are as follows. You got a biometric reference.
Okay.
It's a pill that you ingest. The device allows the user to connect with the datasphere to identify one creature he can see. The user learns the creature's level, motivations, health, damage, inflicted, armor, and movement, plus a detail about how it fights in combat.
That would have been very useful 30 seconds ago.
Yep.
Yep. You also find a electromagnetic detonation. It's an explosive device or a ceramic sphere thrown at a short range, explodes and releases a potent wave of electromagnetic energy in a short radius. Numenera devices in the air when it explodes do not function for 1 hour.
Oh.
Okay, that's a good one. You also find a fertility barrier. This is funny. Once ingested, it prevents conception for a week.
Prevent?
If a fertility barrier is used by both parties, it increases the chances of conception.
Oh, it increases.
Yeah, it works in opposite. It's like double negatives.
I feel like that would be a good one for me, Pivot, for if we make it out of this. I imagine we'll spend much time breeding.
And the last one is a hover disc, a metal disc about 2 feet across. The user can stand on the disc, and for 10 minutes it moves as she desires, up to a long distance each round. In a combat situation, she can take an action other than moving and still move a long distance because the disc is attuned to her thoughts. Falling off is possible only if she loses consciousness or is struck by tremendous force.
I like that one.
So you have those ones. Make sure you remember them because I'm not going to myself.
I hope you wrote that down,
I've
Justin,
been
because
writing
I
it
got
down.
nothing.
Just the hover
miss
disc. I didn't get the exact specifics.
Basically, you get a free
You move
long distance
You
move.
got it from- yeah.
How did you write that down? You don't have a computer.
No, I don't have a computer. I'm using old crayons.
I don't have a computer either. I don't remember my accent now. It was like Fargo. I don't remember how Fargo was then.
Okay, I'm going to have you guys roll 1d6, or sorry, 3 d20s. 3 icosahedrons, as it were,
Ooh. All right.
to
Tharik, you roll
see if you can find a shard. Now that you have another advantage.
Sorry, what am I doing here?
You roll 2 d20s. I'll roll 1.
Alrighty.
So tell me, Justin, for yours you have the extra advantage because of this place. As miners come back in, hearing the explosion and the guts that flew out of the door, they know what's going on and they instantly get back to work. With a cheer. Hurrah!
Hey. Welcome back. Here we go.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they continue working and have no success finding a shard.
Damn.
Can I have everybody take 2 points of strain for might because of the fact you guys have been working in the mines as well?
Do we get the 2 experience points they got?
Nope.
So we get the same penalties, but not the same pluses.
benefits.
You could have gone and fought the big monster, but
No,
you wanted to
we
go talk
saved
your way
the
out.
people. Hey, are you saying that they don't equate? That the
No, not all.
intellectual is not the same?
In this situation, no.
Oh.
All right. So I am impaired because I went below. I went to 0 might.
Okay.
Oh no.
Can I
So-
eat an apple to get back up, but I'm still impaired, or how does that work?
You can. Impaired means you can't take any of the bonuses, the minor effects, and that type of thing. You can still move, but I don't even know if you can take. You can take actions, but you don't get any of the bonuses. But
So
yes,
to
you
feed
can.
you an apple.
No, you can still move and everything.
Okay, but if I eat an apple and I get that 0A, am I still impaired, or
No,
does
you're
that...
back to hell.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll do that. I've got the apple, and I've got the one heal left. Okay.
Back to Shazz and Brandyjack.
Yes. We're
You
chasing
see-
after that big lady.
Are
We're
you?
going for Kent. No, we're going for Kent.
No. Well, we run by her, and I say, "Fuck you," and I keep going.
As you're running through these connecting tunnels, you run by one area and you hear gunfire very close.
Bang, bang.
You take note of it, and you realize that it's the entrance to mine number 8. But continue on, you go to mine 7, where Kent Rockford was headed to work on the mine. And you see what looks to be a chain gang trying to take all the stones off of this cave-in and saying, "Work harder, we got to get him out of there," as they're trying to uncover what you think to be Kent.
Oh no.
Then we help, I guess.
Yes.
Okay?
I use my push ability to push rocks out of the way.
Or
I
the
have
stone
flex
sea.
skills still. Is there anything I can do to give him a boost in doing that? Flex skill or good
I
advice?
don't think so, because it is still the same day. You guys have not really rested. So I think your flex
So
skill's
my
still the
flex
same.
skill is useless in this campaign. Because
No,
it's all been like 2 days.
If you guys rest for 10 hours, absolutely
There
you
you
can
go.
have a new one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I can give him good advice, so I will do that at least, and I will say, "Hey, lift with your back."
I'll lift with the
He
back of
has
my
in his
mind.
mind.
I'll lift with the back of my mind.
Yeah.
So I apply effort and my push. So that means it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to deduct 4. I believe.
You're lowering it too?
2 efforts, yeah. Sorry, 2 efforts. And yeah,
2
that's
tiers of effort. Yep.
1 roll 20 to push all of the rocks off. Oh.
Oh no.
The rocks are too heavy. You're too tired. You're strained.
Used my
You're not able to lift them up.
powers. Oh, I feel useless. Well, I say, Brandyjack, jump in with me. So I just kind of move rocks physically.
And I do the same.
You guys will get there. Eventually it'll happen, but it's going to take time. You could stay and do this, or you could tell them to get back to mining and try to convince them no longer to go for Kent Rockford.
Oh, shit.
Are we even sure Ken Rodford is under there?
They know he's under there, somewhere.
Oh, they do know. Okay.
I yell down, Kent, can you hear us? And listen for a response.
I look around. Is
Oh,
there
you
anything
can't
that
hear
could
anything.
help us? Is there any...
Brandy, what do you think? We need to get these people back.
There's dynamite.
Their time.
There's more of those sticks of dynamite. You could try to blow the rocks away, but there's a risk.
So... No, I have... A few people are asking. I have the medallion, not the other one.
The stone, no.
The medallion is a canary that basically goes to fresh air.
You know what, though? Let's see if you can find the stone while you guys are trying to lift these rocks out.
What's down?
Okay, I will look for that
The
then.
Lassiter stone.
Oh,
With a 13.
No, you can't find it, unfortunately.
can I look?
Yep.
And I got a 7. Oh my god.
And again, you don't find it.
I should praise the algorithm, people.
You get the impression that you are probably not going to find him alive at the rate you guys are going.
I talk to Borgel and I say, hey, buddy,
Poke, poke.
can you sense him under those stones? Can you sense Kent Rockford under those stones?
And you hear him connect with you feel him connect with your mind, and he, give me a second.
And I thank Aisha for that suggestion. I have him. He's one of my best friends, and I continually forget to use him.
He's alive. He's afraid, and he's really badly hurt, but for now he's alive. And he says, I can connect, and I know roughly where he is. And he directs you to a better spot in order to mine, or to help uncover him.
Then we go there.
So you explain to the other people that work there as well, or you just go by yourselves?
No, of course, yeah, we tell everybody.
So you move the chain gain over, and you'll get a couple advantage now.
Guys, get back to work. Get back to work. Come on.
Okay, so we try again then. And 14.
Sooner or later, you come across first a hand, and then slowly you uncover Kent Rockford.
Oh, he's dead.
And he is battered and bruised, and he's breathing, and just barely conscious. And you can see his eyes open and look at you. Brandyjack, Shazz, did we find it?
Not yet. We need you.
We need your advice. Where can we find it?
He's kind of less than able to continue this conversation. Blood is spurting out of his mouth as he's talking to you. He says, "I'm sorry. I don't think I'll even be able to see you tomorrow either way."
I turn to Shazz and I say, Shazz, give me your fruit.
Don't die.
Give me your fruit,
the fruit.
Shazz.
Here's the fruit.
And I start putting strawberries down.
Don't die.
I switch them up and put the juice in if I need to.
I can't have people continue to die around me. And I turn to
Do it for him and let it drip into his mouth.
Baby bird style.
Yeah.
Out of character right now, I am so trying hard to cry, and I can't do it. I don't know how actors do this. I turn to
Act.
Brandy.
Let's see if you can get that to work. Let's see if you can bring him back.
Bring it back to life, Brandy.
Shazz, get yourself together. Pull yourself together, man. And I squeeze them down his throat. You want to roll for it?
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Can I bonus anything?
Nope. It's just a matter of using the cipher in a way that it's beyond its ability a little bit.
1! No. I will spend an XP to reroll that.
Okay.
That brings me down to 1 XP.
Pray to the dice gods, Harlan.
O dice stream,
It works.
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Please allow this die to cast upon its glory and roll to a natural 20. Amen.
15. They just want a little bit of dick sucking. I ain't wrong with that.
I don't know what that was, but I think it saved my bacon. And he seems to be a lot better.
Save my bacon.
Thank God they have
it's-
bacon in the ninth world.
Well, it wouldn't be worth living. You guys wouldn't be mining if there wasn't bacon.
It's true.
We'd have no motivation.
No,
I definitely smell a pork product.
All right. He's hurt badly, but he's capable. He gets up and he's like, whatever the hell that was, I guess I will get back to work.
That's right, Kent. Now look, we need you. We need you in the sexual sense, but more so, we need to find the shard. Time is running out. We have mine 2 back up and running. I left one of my guys there to make sure it's running. Which mine is going to be most likely to find something?
That's not something he knows. There's no way of knowing that.
Ken.
I'm sorry, Harlan. The fact that he's able to help you guys and the morale of the people has benefited you guys enough that it is going to make it easier to find one, but it's still a shot in the dark.
Okay.
It's just helping your odds.
Do you have
All
any
right.
firearms, Kent?
We have weapons, yes.
We heard firearms in another area of the tunnel. I
That's
think it would
odd.
be good, Brandyjack, if we bring Kent along. He can help tame the crowds.
He seems pretty almost dead.
Well, he seems
Like if he gets shot.
that you jam down his throat.
Look, and I pick Kent up and I put him in the corner where he's overlooking the guys, and I sit him down and I say, look, Kent, the most you can be right now is to command this workforce and make sure that they're mining in the most intelligent way. That gives us this tunnel, that gives us tunnel 2, that gives us... And then Shazz and I will go into the gun range.
Okay. I'm going to get you guys to do another roll to see if they find a shard. Now the day is this is taking time. You guys are coming down to the last 24 hours. You guys will work through the night at this point. And time has passed. You know, they're moving a lot of ground and they're trying their best, but you know, so far they've come up short.
Does getting Kent out not like inspire the workers that
Yes,
were
it does.
there?
Absolutely. Actually inspires the majority of the mines because the word gets out that he's okay. And it's back.
If they can get word through all this shit too, I also want to tell them, hey, whoever's spreading word, can you please get word to Corvus that if his tunnel should find anything, that he alert me as soon as possible. Thanks.
Yep. Every so often you have a runner come up to you with a piece of shard. You as well, Pivot and Tharik, but it is not big enough. And you tell them to get back to work and keep going. And tell them the dimensions they're looking for again. Go ahead and make a roll 3 rolls for 3 of the mines that have been working. We'll start with the first one, which has no encumbrances. It's not a word.
No, it is.
Yes.
It just means there's, it doesn't have any weight or bearing.
I'll roll the 1, and Alex, you can roll the 2.
I will
Are you
roll
ready to roll?
the 2.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Oh, roll 2 at a time. Yep.
9.
Nope.
2 and 4.
Oh,
Again,
not
you
rolling
guys are
anymore.
unsuccessful and have not found a
Really?
but
Damn.
almost all the mines are working at full capacity at this point.
good. Which one mine is not?
Tharik
8.
and Shazz. Yeah, number 8 is the one where you heard the gunfire. Tharik and Pivot, sorry, what are you guys up to?
Well, are you done mourning the loss of this animal?
I believe I've given it the proper respect.
All
We
right.
should carry on, Pivot.
I agree. And I say, oh, and I found this for you. It might be useful. And I give you the fertility barrier. It's a fertility barrier.
It's a cork.
Diaphragm.
Why? Thank you, Pivot.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, it's the least I could do. You saved my life.
And I'll take it, and I'll be eyeing him like, he's not really my type, and this got really awkward really quick.
Sorry, playing the birds and the Pivot.
I can't carry all of them. I got to give you something. And that's what I'm falling back on.
You want all the other ones.
I'm just wondering if you were like, that was a subtle hint, like, here, now you won't get pregnant while I do things to you while you sleep.
That's true. That's true. The bioreference. I got this item called a bioreference. I don't know if we need it. Do you have any room to carry more?
I have not, but if it seems useful, I
To be
could
honest-
certainly give up my crab juice.
You know what? It's probably more useful than the fertility barrier.
Not if we get out of this.
Fair enough. Well, no, it's not.
Okay, I will take the what is it? The
bioreference.
bioreference. There we go.
There's other ways to prevent fertility.
As you
don't need to
guys
stifle
are
for
discussing this, men are coming up to you and shaking your hand, and one of them comes up. Did you hear? Kent Rockford has been saved. He's still alive. There's hope for us yet. And they start working with more vigor. You notice.
All right. Well, are there any other mines? How are any word from Shazz and Brandy?
We haven't heard anything. One of the guys says we still haven't heard anything from mine 8. It's almost a silence. So we don't know if their communicators are down, but something's not right there.
All right, what do you say we check it out, Tharik?
It sounds good, Pivot. Lead on.
And we head back up.
And as we go, I'll just be like quickly eyeballing that fertility barrier. I'm still not sure if I made the right choice. And continue on.
Shazz and Brandyjack, what are you guys doing? Are you making your way to number 8?
We're going to 8 to rescue our 3rd tunnel.
Number 3.
Yeah, whereas Pivot and Shazz only did, or Pivot and Tharik only did 1.
But it had a huge beast.
And we got XP for it.
I know.
Which we may
Inspire
not
the
have to
entire
use,
mind.
but...
Ken Rockford echoes through the halls, but XP? No.
Yeah, no. We're just saving people with dynamite.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
under
only
crushed
intellectual.
Yeah, you know what? Them actually doing these and not fighting any monsters is more in line with how you earn experience with Numenera.
Nope,
Absolutely.
not in this game.
I say that.
Not in this game.
You know what? You
And
try
what?
to be
We
nice.
got one cipher?
See,
One
you know what?
cipher?
You guys are a team, so if I give XP to any of you, you should be happy for the other players.
We are very happy, right? Brandyjack?
Shazz, minus 1 XP for kiss ass.
Just kidding. Damn it!
I'm just kidding.
We should send a runner. We should send that 14-year-old boy as a runner to tell Tharik and Pivot that we're at tunnel number 8 and to meet us there.
Well, you see with the tag that Brandyjack has as you're moving towards 8 that you guys are converging.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, perfect.
I have them all tagged on my nifty Gouda.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a piece of cheese, a Gouda.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get closer to 8, you don't hear the gunfire anymore. You hear people walking and echoing through the halls. You don't hear mining.
We don't
We
hear
run
mining
in.
in number 8?
Oh, no, there's no mining. So you run in.
No, we don't.
Eh.
What I will do is I will be outside the door and I will ask Borgel if he senses anything within the room.
Borgel is a little strained from the effort to find Ken Rockford and all the other stuff.
I smash him on the ground, useless thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Stomp on him. Who wanted him crushed? Somebody did.
Stone, anyway. Yeah,
Greg Bush.
Greg wanted him crushed.
Yeah.
But
No,
we love
Orville
Borgel.
Fan Club. Yeah, I know. I want to check the room. What kind of ciphers do you have, Shazz?
I have useless stuff right now. A regrowth vial
Tharik has a shadow he can send.
and
Alright,
a worm
we
of
hear
languages.
Well, we don't. Oh yeah, because we know he's converging. So
Yeah,
I'll wait
everybody.
for that.
Yeah, eventually you guys meet up.
And I greet them as old friends. I say, Pivot, Tharik, good to see you still with us. Did you run into much trouble?
Not at all.
Good. Neither did we. We just saved Kent Rockford. Do you still have the shadow hat?
He can't get it off. It's on his head.
Oh, then yes, obviously. I see. Well, I didn't know if it was just fashionable or if you have spent the shadow yet. But my question is, we were running past this mine and there were gunfire. I'm thinking maybe you can send him in to check it out first.
That I will.
So first you poop.
Yeah.
So your
I
vision
think
goes.
I found a shard big enough.
Poop
Your vision,
joke.
your vision goes all blurry and misty, and you start to feel. You see yourself concentrating as you realize you've taken the form of a shadow. Your body's still standing there, but you're now perspective of your shadow.
I do look good. And I will run on to where I'm supposed to go.
What is
So
this
you-
shadow doing?
So
Why
the
isn't it
shadows,
moving?
the shadow slips along the floor and on the walls, and you come into a chamber. And in the chamber, there are bodies on the floor with what looks to be basically firearm wounds. And men and women standing around, 6 of them. Some of them with big, what looks to be bee stings all over their bodies.
Oh no. Not bees.
Bees?
Not the
Oh no! Can I hear them?
From the shadow?
The
Yeah.
bees.
No, you can't.
Bees?
Are they talking?
work. We
The bees, there aren't any bees, but they are bitten. These people standing here, they looks like they've been attacked by bees.
Bees?
What happened? I say to them.
So
No,
again, if I can, I'll
leave it
take
out
a
there.
scan. I'll take a scan around and just. Are they like swelling up? Are they in need of?
As you're scanning around, looking around, you notice that you recognize a woman with spiky blonde hair from when you guys were trapped inside the carts, being ready to be put through a portal and shipped somewhere.
And was she on the side of being shipped or the shippers?
She was on the side of being shipped from a previous game where she was thrown through a portal and then bees were put through the portal after her.
Oh.
But you can see that there's many more of them than, like I said, there's 6 of them, and some of them look like pretty seedy characters. Some of them look like they have the same type of mechanized arms as Tharik, or as Pivot, but it's actually a majority of their body.
So am I thinking this is part of the gang that is out to get Pivot?
That's very, yes, you recognize some of them to be part of that game.
Now, how much more time do I have? I guess just enough time to get back because it's a quick acting thing, correct?
You can take an action and get back, but it doesn't matter when you get back. Eventually, the shadow will go back by itself, but you can make one more action. You recognize them to be the Black Bloods was the name of the gang. But,
Yeah.
Oh shit. Them.
I just realized that name was quite funny.
Isn't that the name? Isn't that the gang that's going for Justin's arm? Or Pivot's arm?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that you guys attacked with bees, and they've kind of come back for vengeance.
Why is that term funny, Harlan?
Because you're black, and they're called the Black Bloods.
Or is it because they got oil in their veins?
Well, that's why I found it funny.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's like me
I see
calling
where you're coming from now.
It's like me calling them the White Bloods. It'd be
The
weird.
White Bloods.
It'd be funny.
You know I'm mixed, right?
Regardless,
All right.
So either one's funny.
I will just go up to the biggest guy and punch him.
Okay, so that's really weird because everyone, talking and, polishing weapons, rearming themselves, and the shadow creeps up the biggest guy, and he's looking at his hands. It's like, what the hell's going on? And he just gets smoked in the face. So go ahead and I'm going to just give it an automatic damage because it's almost like hitting him unexpectedly. There's no chance of defense. So he's going to take 4 points of damage.
That is correct. Thank you.
Okay. And bloody nose, and you're back to your body. So,
Pivot. We may have a problem. Brandyjack, Shazz, the Black Bloods are here.
Oh shit. I'm gonna look menacing.
I thought that you closed the portal and threw in the bomb, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I threw in a bunch of bees with the crystalline virus.
Right, shit.
But
It doesn't necessarily mean they're all gonna be dead. It's
You
a
make
game,
super
Brandyjack.
tough killer bees? Were any of them alive when you saw Tharik?
you notice when Tharik
How many
was
did
in
I
there,
see? You said
6,
7?
but you notice that the guy wasn't there. The one who, was thrown through at the last minute. Probably the one who would have been closest to the bees when they went through.
Does anybody have a plan? Wait.
You guys can just walk away from this.
it's just
Don't
one
have-
mine, guys. I mean, we got the rest of them working at full.
One mine, that's
But
fine.
unless we're working at look, and I turn to them and I say, look, guys, I get it. This one's tough. It's not an easy solution here. But remember why we're doing this. We need a shard to save the world.
And it could be in this mine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we're not taking advantage of every possibility, then we're not doing everything we can to prevent that.
Okay, so before you guys decide to do anything, we're going to have you guys roll for all the other mines one more time. I'm just going to put it out there. You have a total of... Well, we've rolled once for every mine. So we're going to roll 3 more mines right now. I was giving you 2 chances at each mine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the 9 right now are working at full capacity. One of them is not working at all.
That's the one we're at.
Yeah, so what I had it as was a heroic task. Because you had Moro Etzley, she survived, and you kept her along with you to give you the benefit, I dropped it down 1 tier. Kent Rockford is now alive. I dropped it down another tier. Because of the speech and the fact that you guys have destroyed all the creatures and that type of thing, you now need to roll a 15 to be successful. This mine is not one of those chances. So you have a 1 in 8 chance to roll a 15. It's not 1 in 8. You have 8 chances of 1 in 20 to roll a 15, which is still...
That's good chances.
Yeah.
It's still 5 in 20, basically.
Wait, it has to be exactly 15 or over 15?
Over 15.
Okay.
Over 15, yeah.
So your odds are pretty good at this point because of all your effort. You don't need to go in here and kill them. However, if you don't, you get the impression these guys are here to get pivot. They're here for revenge.
It's all right. This is my thinking. I think we should roll, and then we should see if we find the shard, and then if we do, we let them come at us, and we be on the defense, right?
This is how it's going to work, though. If you guys choose not to go in there now, what you're basically saying is we're going to take the rest of the time. You're not going to get the chance to mine again at that new one. This is going to be it. Do you guys feel confident that you can get a 15 in 8 D20s, or do you feel like you'd have a better chance with 9 D20s, which you would have a better chance? But
115?
115 or higher.
It's only 1 extra roll.
But do you guys want to make it more exciting?
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. We get 9 rolls.
Tharik marches off to the cave.
Oh, you going in?
Oh! I know what's going to happen. We're going to get 9 rolls, and the first one will succeed, and we'll be like,
I take a few steps. I take a few steps following Tharik. And
There's no need for you, Pivot.
Whoa!
I say, Tharik, I mean, it's either the end of the world, and if it is, then at least I get a chance to teach the man who wants to kill me a thing or two. And if we save the world, then he's just going to keep chasing me.
Then come along, my friend.
All
We will
right.
do this together.
Okay, so
I'll come too.
At your
Excellent
back.
choice, Brandyjack.
I
You can
welcome
use your
you along.
jackknife.
It's your choice. Don't make me feel welcome or anything for risking my life.
I'd say, well, what about Shazz?
I've got your back.
Oh, you're
I'm
coming?
here.
All right.
Absolutely. I'm going to use my most powerful shit to scare these people.
I want to give you the hover disc. Shazz.
Excellent. But that's for like long distances, isn't it?
yeah, but I think if you're whipping around the room as you're casting, it's kind of pretty awesome, and it'll give you advantage to your defense.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously.
I say this might be very useful for you.
Okay, so
Thank
are you
you
guys
very
like
much,
bursting
David.
in, guns blazing kind of thing?
No, we're just walking up and hitting them.
Walk
So,
up.
as we walk in,
I feel
what-
like we can
No.
hold on.
No, again, in typical Tharik style, the first thing he would try to do would be puff up and intimidate and try to get them to back down first.
Okay, then I'm gonna crouch down and start sneaking around. And once he goes in and maybe causes a bit of distraction, okay, then I would just say to Tharik, I'd say, Tharik, when you go in and you intimidate, walk far on that wall, because I want him to draw their attention so I can kind of sneak in. Because I might as well go about this in some intelligent way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just picture Brandyjack like trying to stop there, like come on, just stop, and then just be like whatever, and then like crouching down and sneaking off.
Yeah, that's basically what it would be.
Sweet.
Okay, so Tharik, Brandyjack, you're first one into the room.
No, it would be him. It would be Tharik.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, and once the guys are distracted by him, I'm gonna go in and sneak.
All right, so Tharik, you walk into the room. Everyone's kind of crowded around the guy who just got punched in the face, going, "What the hell is your problem, man? Are you drunk? And who did we lose? We just lost Pivot." Oh, they realize that there's no point being here anymore, so they leave. That was good. He looks at. Everyone turns to look at you. They're all clumped in a group. Say, "It must have been that son of a bitch," and they all pull their weapons and point them towards you. But you do have the drop on them, so you can make an attack.
Tharik, it's up to you.
Are you sure this is the road you want to travel?
Look at this cocksucker, and they go to fire at you.
Whoa!
Well, he's not wrong.
Them's fighting words.
Fair enough. So I do a speed
This
defense.
is the road that they live, kind of thing, right?
Yep. Let me get my dice stream up. Sorry. Just trying to get my dice stream going. A little slow. Dice stream. Okay, so my speed defense, so again, I will apply effort.
Okay, so I'm going to say...
And I will use my speed defense.
Yeah, we're not going to have you do that yet because of the fact that you will be the first one to be attacked, but Brandyjack is also in the room, and he's hopefully snuck to a beneficial place.
That was my attempt.
Brandyjack, you have the opportunity to attack before they do.
Okay, so I'm only in the little passageway. Like I didn't do the whole run in. I'm just kind of outside the door. So as I see Tharik, well, I'm still in the room, but you know what I mean. I'm just kind of in it. So as I see Tharik doing what he did, I lean out to the door. I lean out to the hallway, back to where Pivot and Shazz were, and I make eye contact with Pivot, and I say, "The old 1-2."
And I nod stoically after an awkward wink.
And I
should have manned that up. Man it up.
And I defer to Pivot.
Okay, so Pivot. We'll go to you then.
All right, and I take a step into the room, I guess a few meters behind Tharik.
Yep.
Or yards. And I say,
You see them stop as they recognize you.
do I need to say anything? Come and get me. I turn around.
You're so
You recognize one of them to actually be Miguel Demanza, and he's got a bee sting on his face as well. And he says, "Pivot, it's time you came home with us."
And I stop and tense up and turn back around and say, "Where exactly do you mean? What home are you talking about?" Demands.
He looks around. Says, "Pivot, we're family. I saved your life. You owe me something."
Pivot has a new family now.
Thank you, Tharik. Couldn't have
And
said
he
it better
will-
myself.
Pay you back with your life, should you choose to walk away now.
Pivot,
And
you're going to insult me like this?
That was
Don't
not
you-
Pivot. I was giving you an
no.
option.
He knows that, but he's talking to Pivot. He's like, "You're going to let this man insult me in front of the
Yes.
rest of our family?" There's room for him, too. I can look past this. Come back. We should talk.
We should, and you should start mining.
Tharik, it's all right.
Tharik's gonna write a book of strategy after this.
Called
The man-
Fucking Go
Book of
In.
5 rings sort of deal.
It's called I Walk In While Others Talk.
That's right.
I think it's like the 5th time that we're like, okay, I know what we should do. No, Tharik goes in.
He walks over. Miguel is kind of pacing
sorry.
around.
Uh,
Miguel's
I-
walking around, and he's pushing the guy's guns down. He goes, Gentlemen, this is not the way we do things. I mean, we he laughs and says, "Well, if we need to, we do things this way. But this is Pivot. Come back home. It's time."
And I walk in. I take a few steps towards him, and I'm standing right in front of him, And I say, "You're right. It's time. I should have done this a long time ago." And I sucker punch him.
What?
Whoa!
And as he does it, I stand up and shoot, because I deferred to when he acted.
That's
And
the
I-
old one too.
Is that what that was?
old one too.
That's the old one too.
That's the old one too.
All right, Justin. Let's see what happens. I need
right.
both of you to do a roll.
Okay.
Any effort or anything?
Oh,
The old
yeah,
one
he's
too. I'm
my
going to lower it 1 tier just because you did catch him off guard.
All right.
For both of you guys.
And- Oh, there it is. All right. So this is going to be might, and I'm going to use 2 levels of effort.
Yep.
Or do you want it to be speed? It's up to you.
It depends how you want to do it. Because I'd say it's might, right? Because you're just trying to hit him as hard as you can versus trying to hit him in a specific spot.
Right. All right. So down 2 tiers, losing 3 points. I'm down to 6. Might.
Mm-hmm.
And it's down also a tier for the 1-2. And a 19. So I get a minor bonus.
Yep, but let's see what Brandyjack does first.
Alright. I'm going to lower my speed. I wrote it down correctly, which was 5, so down to 3. I have an edge. And let's roll this bad boy from the top, shall we? I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to spend my last XP. Because this is the old one, too. Piv and I got to show it how it's done.
That's all right.
I'm at
Sorry,
0
I have to do
XP.
this though.
So how much effort have you used?
Mortal Kombat! How much effort have I used?
Well, are you using effort to lower this?
Just one, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to re-roll that. Come on, don't make it. Oh! I will take it.
Okay. And actually, I think, is that a minor effect? No, that's extra damage, isn't it? 17 damage bonus. An additional point of damage.
And I have which I have Pierce, which is an additional point of damage too.
It's too bad you're injured, Justin, eh? With a 19.
Okay,
Too bad I'm injured.
so,
Oh,
Justin,
Well,
the old one too is a simultaneous thing. Justin, you heard the cue, you heard the jackknife click. And right as you hear that, you feel the dart whiz past your head, and you connect right in his face. Exact same time that an arrow hits him in the shoulder. A dart hits him in the shoulder, and he is decked. He has cleared his feet, and he lands down in a heap. How much damage are you guys doing?
I'm doing 4, 5, 6.
6 damage?
4 for me.
So 10. He is hurting. He lands on the ground in a heap, and you're not sure if he's dead or unconscious, but
And when Justin goes to punch him,
okay, so he is unconscious, and everybody explodes into action. The arrows fly, or the forces fly. People extend these billy club-looking things that are glowing, and you hear them do this concussive sound. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And one charges towards Tharik and takes a swing at him and tries to crack him in the face. Tharik, go ahead. Roll defense.
Yep. So again, it would be lowering it 2 with speed and then using my speed defense.
Fortunately, it makes the connection, and when it hits you, a blast hits at the same time. A blast of sound, and you are actually dazed. You take 2
Okay.
points of damage, but you are dazed for the next round. So it's going to lower your difficulty by 1. The other one
Oh,
takes
so-
a shot.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yep. So we're going to go over to Shazz. Shazz, you're outside the room. Actually, no. Let's get everyone going. Okay, sorry. Another one takes a shot at Brandyjack, and it's the blonde-haired woman, and she sees you, and she recognizes you, and she's pissed, and she fires at you. So go ahead.
All right. Bitch don't know what coming to her. Apparently good things.
And you see the force in front of her extend out, and it hits you. And you take 4 points of damage. Subtract from your armor, whatever it is.
Yeah, my armor is 2. Done. I can hear someone's echo. And Jen,
What is going on?
It's a doppelganger! Don't listen to him!
What's happening?
It's not real.
You're here to trick us!
Or was the Chris who was running
This
the
is the
entire
real-
game not the real Chris?
I'm so confused.
You like exited and
It's
another
grim and
window
gr-
open.
It's Grim and Gremlin.
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on here? Alright, well, whatever. Okay, so 4 points of damage minus your Blondie. Okay. Next person is another one with a billy club, and he runs up to Pivot after seeing him deck his leader, and he goes to take a swing at you, Justin.
Alright. Alright, and I will do I guess, speed defense. Or no, might
Okay.
defense. Can I do might defense? I'm trained in might defense. Or is that... Can I use that to block it? Does that work? For this attack?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, might defense it is. I'm not going to use effort. Actually, I'll use 1 level of effort.
Okay.
I usually just ask, what's the thing that Alex says when he attacks it? It's slammo.
Slammo!
I missed that.
Alright, here goes.
You know what I also missed? We haven't had a drawing yet.
Who?
A
I
drawing.
kind of want a drawing from
Oh,
Shazz.
Alex, you work on your drawing right now.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Okay,
so
was that a
he's-
17, Justin, or was that your other roll?
That's my roll.
And you rolled a 17.
Nice.
Yeah, minus 1 tier. Or 2 tiers.
Okay, so yeah, you
Might defense.
catch his arm. Yeah. You catch his arm and you hold it as he's trying to make a attack. Do you say anything, or do you just catch it?
I say, yo, next. Motherfucker.
Don't give him the 3-4 just yet. He's not ready for the 3-4.
Yeah. Ready for the 3-4?
Okay,
Shazz,
is my turn yet?
are
Alright.
you in the room yet? Not yet.
So,
Nope.
at
No, we got 2 more that are going to make an attack, but they're still not reeling from what's just happened, so they're not going to make their turn this round. So Shaz, we're going to go to you.
So I say, I fly into the room on this 2 foot wide disc.
Yep.
All right, like the hobgoblin. and I buzz around in a circle, and I say down, "Do you know not who you deal with?" And then in that very moment, I go, "Pew pew pew," and I use my
Slammo!
and I use my push, my telekinetic forces ability with all of my effort that I could muster, and I apply full 2 tiers of effort, 2 levels of effort, I should say, and reduce this again, and roll for a 5.
Do you have any
Oh,
experience
man.
to reroll
Use
that?
your experience. Use your experience to reroll that.
Experience to reroll this.
You gotta. With that kind of build up.
And may the power of the die stream
There you
be
go.
with me. Oh!
Oh!
Do you know not who you deal with? Slammo, 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 slammo! No, slammo comes after.
Sorry.
Alright,
okay.
so what attack were you doing exactly?
A push.
He's doing a slammo attack.
I'm flying around, so I'm looking at them as a group, and I just kind of want to push them with as much force. And I'm kind of picturing it like a bowling ball hitting the pins. Broo, you know?
Yeah.
Kinda do
So
that.
you kind of, as you're flying around, you find a spot that you can line them all up.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to go ahead and do only 2 points of damage to everyone, but you knock them all prone.
Nice.
Okay?
That's when I say, Slammo!
All right.
Now you know.
Now you know how to deal with the
Okay,
slam.
the only one who's not prone is the one that Pivot was hanging onto. As you take his feet out, and now he's dangling from Pivot, holding him up by the arm.
All right.
All right.
And
So
Is it my turn or?
And he had
Sure,
to
let's
take
go
a
to
little
you,
bit
Pivot.
extra more damage, no?
Oh wait, has Tharik moved yet?
they all took 2 points of damage.
Even the
So-
guy that's being held, he wouldn't take more?
No, because in fact, he should take less because he didn't hit the ground as hard.
Ah,
Tharik,
okay.
your turn.
I'm trying.
I will be dazed this round.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. I thought of it myself.
Oh, well, way to go.
Again,
What is that?
part of the Tharik Book of Strategy.
He was dazed because of the concussive nature of their weapons. All right. Pivot, your turn.
I lower the guy slowly to the ground,
Mhm.
and I bring him real close, and I say, "Here, even you can have an arm like mine."
Oh,
And I
God.
break his arm.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, this got dark.
I've got my adrenaline is pumping.
Nice. Is that the sound of adrenaline?
And I rolled a 7. Do I break it?
No. You just
No.
tug on it a little. He's like, oh. Unfortunately, it's not enough to break his arm.
All
But
right.
you're reefing on it. Like, you're trying, and you're going to, like, break it if you get the chance to, so.
All right. I let go of it and say, "All right, have another shot."
All right, Blondie is going to take another attack at
Hold on.
Brandyjack.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry.
was-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, what about the one?
Sh-
Or was that a second?
we did the 1-2 already, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
we're
the
gonna-
initial.
So this
we're
is the
gonna-
start of round 2.
Let's do
Yeah.
the 3-4.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 3-4.
I accidentally went premature to the 3-4.
So you did the 4.
I did the
I'll do
4.
the 3.
I did the 4 before
This
this.
is
did a
where,
4-3.
this is where I drop the jackdaw, I whip out my baton, and I run at the guy and club his leg out. That's the 4. That's the 3. The 4 is while the guy is in air, Pivot smashes him into the ground.
Oh,
but-
nice.
Now it's only going to be the 3. He's going to fall on his back. So instead, I'll take another shot. So I just
Okay.
reload and I shoot at
Oh,
Blonde.
they're all on the ground, actually. I forgot. So
They're all on the ground.
And he forgot. So why not? But that's the 3-4. Baton, flip, you smash him down. 1-2, you punch, and I shoot him.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I'm just going over this in my mind now. I
Because we've known it for so many
forgot.
years.
Yeah. You just got to cue it, man. Just cue it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, buddy.
I'm back. All right. How'd you do? A 7?
It was a success, 100%. No, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Seriously, that was up there before. A 19! I'll take that instead.
Okay,
Can't
so
see it.
19
Oh, there we go.
does a minor effect. It's on the ground. Do you want to pin her there?
Yeah, I do.
Like to her hand? Pin it to her
Yeah, I wanna
hand so she
pin
can.
right through her fucking hand.
So she's reaching for the weapon, and you pin her hand there with a dart. And then she looks at you with this anger in her eyes as her what was a beautiful face is now covered in bee stings and pocks all over.
And I give her the old...
She's okay. How much damage do you do?
Another 4 plus the 1, so 5.
Okay. She looks like she's woozy, about to pass out from the pain, and she's trying to pull the dart out from her hand. All right, who hasn't gone yet for this round?
If
I
this is
think
round 2,
Tharik,
then
Tharik was dazed. We're back to Shazz.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that the bad guys went before me.
Yeah, we're gonna just do them all at the same time at this point.
Okay. So this thing.
The reason I had them go before you is because you weren't in the room yet. But now that you're in the room.
This thing that I'm flying on, I'm picturing, and I could have just been making this up in my mind, and that's most likely. But is it a giant razor blade? Like, is it? I'm picturing that I'm flying on a
that's
saw.
cool.
Is it super thin? No,
Yeah.
it's not a giant razor blade in the sense. It's like a disc, but
picturing
it
like
is
a
thin,
saw
and you could
blade.
definitely. Can you see that?
No, hold on one second. Yes. So
Okay.
it's
So
cool.
It's like one of those plates that you put on your plate.
like
Yeah.
a charger plate.
A charger. That's what I'm talking about.
And so
You got a
I'd
flying
like
charger.
to basically charger. You know, I know exactly what you're talking about simply because of my mother. I'll say that much. What the hell is this, Mom? You can't. This is not a plate. Yeah, it's a charger. What the hell is a charger?
I know that very well.
Okay, so I'm gonna come down on my charger and try to hit somebody in the head. The closest guy to me with enough force. I'm imagining if I
Okay.
use my
Yeah. One of the ones who fell on the ground, who's in front of Tharik, Tharik has just been hit in the head. You knock this guy over. He's looking up now, and you're gonna try to clip him in the neck.
Yeah, basically. Now, should I be using speed if I want to apply some effort?
Yeah. Because
Okay,
this has nothing to do with the amount of force you're doing. It's just how accurate you can be.
Let's go 2 tiers of effort. So the first one is 3 minus my edge, right?
Mhm.
And then the second one is... How much is the second one?
2 points.
2. Okay, perfect. So 4 total. Here we go.
Just
Roll.
so everyone knows, we have the official Slammo T-shirts in the Invictus Stream store. So don't feel like... So if you want to play along, even during Call of Cthulhu, and you want to wear your Slammo T-shirt, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think we're also going to be
That's the
making
Slammo
the,
T-shirt. And also, just so you know, in case you're also a fan, as we are, we also have the Slammo T-shirt in the Defoe edition.
Slammo.
Because we all know that Shazz uses Defoe as his inspiration.
Yes. In fact, it's coined the Defoe Slammo.
Slammo.
All right, 2 tiers of effort applied, and here's to the grace of algorithm die. 13.
So it looks up at you. He looks up at you as you're coming by, and you decapitate him.
Aha!
And
Fuck.
now they're
Is he
floating around between your legs as a head rolling around on the charger plate with you.
Perfect.
So one of them, the one that was in front of Tharik, is now dead.
I grab it and I
Wow.
hold onto the head. I don't want that head to fly off. I know this is sick, but I don't want the head to fall. I'm holding
Okay.
onto the head. Just so you know, for next.
Okay, so we're back to the villains. Blondie is going to attempt to pull that out of the ground, the dart out of her hand. So can someone roll for her?
Not I. I don't want it to succeed, and if I do, I'll kick myself.
I can roll for.
Okay, it's a difficulty of a 15 she needs to succeed with.
She needs to beat a 15.
Yeah. Giving her no advantages because she's more of a... Nope. So she's working on it and she's screaming, ah! Alright, the next person who is in front of Pivot, who is dangling from Pivot that you put down now, he's standing up and he's going to try to take another swing at you with his club.
Okay. And I'm not going. I'm just going to take it. Might
Yep.
defense.
Sure.
And a 12, and so it's lowered by 1 tier.
It rattles the side of you, but it doesn't do any damage. You feel the concussive nature and it stops glowing blue as it hits you, but it didn't do any damage. The one in front of is going to take a shot. Seeing that it decapitated one of his buddies, it's going to take a shot at the whipping around Shazz. Fortunately, it's going to get a negative because you're moving at such a velocity.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's going to take a shot at you. Someone's going to take a shot at you.
Oh.
One of the people with a overcharge device.
All right.
Shit.
So what am I doing? A speed roll?
Yep. As a defense?
Yeah. 7.
So it connects with you in the shoulder. A force hits you, and you have to try to keep your balance, otherwise you're going to take a spill. Initially, though, you're going to take the 4 points of damage.
Oh, fuck. Can I spread that among might and speed?
No, I think it has to... Yes, you can. No, you can't. Sorry, it's going to go straight to your might.
4 points?
Mm-hmm. But you have armor? Do you have armor?
Yes, so 3 points.
And you have to roll to see if you can keep your feet on the charger plate.
Balance?
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so it wobbles, but you bank, and you come back down as if you're on a half pipe. All right, the last one is going to take another swipe at Tharik. Not the one, he sees that you just cut off, one of his heads has been cut off, the other person's coming over and trying to stand up, and they're going to attack at you.
Now, am I allowed to defend or no? Because am I still dazed or am I done that now?
You're done that.
Okay. So again, I'll apply, I'll lower it 3. And hopefully be useful this time. Yes, yes I will.
All right, so you're using might?
No, I was using speed to defend.
Okay, so he
To
comes
dodge.
around with it. Yeah, he comes around with a attack. You duck under, and now you're behind his arm.
Excellent.
So it's going to be. We're going to go straight to you for this next round first.
All right. So if I can catch the arm on the way,
Yep.
and then grab it and break it.
Okay.
And that's exactly what's going to happen when I...
Pray to the dice gods.
That is it. That
Programmers.
is the theme. So again, I will also use might effort here.
Okay.
Or would it be speed or would it be might?
Depends how you want to do it.
Excellent. I will use... whoa, good thing I can count. I will use might.
Okay, so you're just going to blow
And this-
through the joint.
Yeah. Oh, and I also lowered a tier. So I lower it 2 tiers, actually.
Okay. Yep.
And then I also lowered a tier because of the unarmed attacks.
Okay. So 3 tiers.
Yep.
So you're successful, and you see his arm hyperextend at first, and then blow through and snap, and the bones stick out the other side. And as he drops his weapon, and he screams in agony. How much damage do you do?
It would do 4.
Sounds like a lot.
It does.
All right. He's his one arm is incapacitated, but he's you realize that the arm you were striking was not flesh and bone either. It was a metal very similar to your own,
Yep.
and it just bent and broke.
You still have the option to stop.
All right, and we're gonna go to pivot now.
Okay. So I look over at Brandyjack, who seems to be trying to get my attention.
And I look at him and I go,
All right, and I'm kind of ignoring the guy in front of me as he's trying to whack me with his stick, and I do it like the universal gesture of pick a target.
and who's the only one? No one's standing, are they?
Yeah,
The
they're
guy
all
in front
standing
of me.
back up again.
Oh,
I thumb over to the guy next to me.
And I go, and I pull out my baton. Vroom!
All right, and do your thing.
All right. The 3-4 is a move developed by Pivot and Brandyjack in 1922. It is one of the premier moves of the Invictus Stream Academy. The following is what encompasses said move. Brandyjack removes his baton, points to the target, runs at him full speed, and hits him in the leg as hard as he can.
I picture this as like, you know, what movie was that? Sherlock Holmes, where he figures out all the things he's about to do, and then it happens after really quickly.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah, okay.
1-2 style.
Just like Fallout.
Yeah, it's like that.
Nice.
All right.
Was that what you rolled?
No, that was my old roll.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't have any XP to re-roll this, so if you're watching and I fail this next roll, feel free to throw some XP up there, because this could be a really good 3-4.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't print in the dice gods. And I didn't press roll, so it worked out. Dice god. Thou who art in the computer system, lend me thine ears. You are so great, and oh, you are so cool. Please let me roll a natural 20.
We were all very impressed.
Hold on to your butts. Oh.
We've overtapped them. We've overtapped them.
The dice gods are strained.
It was an insincere one. Alright.
Yeah.
What'd you roll? I didn't see that.
That's 6.
Oh.
So you try to connect with him, and as a intrusion, you hear a pop.
As an intrusion.
An intrusion. You hear a pop, and he actually lands behind you and wraps his club around your neck and is trying to choke you.
What? That's a big intrusion. Alright, fine. Since I have no XP anyway, I will take it, and I will give 1 to Justin for the old 3-4.
Alright, so now let's hear the 4 part of the 3-4.
Okay, and the 4 part is going to be... Okay, so it's me, then Brandy, and then a guy behind him with the club around.
That's right.
Alright. Can I get behind him?
Sure. You can move and get around him.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to move and get around him, and I'm going to stick my arm around his neck. And try to strangle him. Yeah, get a conga line.
It works.
And I'm going to try to crush him. Crush his neck. Or at least close his windpipe.
Cool.
So will that be might or speed? What would you prefer?
Might.
Might it is. I'm going to use effort because Brandy's my boy and he's in trouble.
Hell yeah.
So, using level of might, yeah, just one.
Okay.
And, bada bing, bada boom. Dice gods have failed us.
Stupid dice gods.
See, we don't need them.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You do 2 additional points of damage, so tell me what happens, because you kill this guy.
Alright, well, I see him pop behind Brandy, and without even thinking, I run and stick my arm right in front of his neck, as I described, and I squeeze, and then I take my hand and I wrap it around his neck, and I squeeze more, and then his head goes up like one of those, I guess, like an African neck extender.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those have come up before, and then his head kind of swells a bit, and he looks like who's the guy that goes "okay" on South Park?
Oh God,
Mr.
Mackey.
Basically anybody from South Park.
Yeah, he gets like a really thin neck, and then I let go, and his neck is so thin that it just topples to the side.
All right, sounds good.
Splashes on my face, and I'm kind of like, you did the 5 without me.
All right, Shazz, we're gonna go to you.
Oh, I'm just watching these suplexes that James posted. Those are insane. And it makes me want to do a suplex. But, alas, I am but
a humble non-suplexer.
With a woman-like figure. And that's nothing against women. Just a slim figure. I can't pick up a man. Not with my arms, at least. Anyway, so I'm flying around.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about suplexes and being a small person.
I got really sexist for a minute, and then
I mean, I can't lift anybody with my physical arms, but I'm using my telekinetic abilities to.
Gotcha.
Anyways, I've got this severed head in my hands as I'm whipping around this group. So who's still standing? Miguel?
you have one with a really broken arm in front of Tharik. Another one who seems to
I should still be holding him too, by the way.
injured, who's going to take another shot at somebody, and Blondie, who's pinned to the ground.
So the one that the second one who's going to take a shot at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to line up and whip the severed head at their head.
Okay.
And I mean, that's like got to be 25, 30 pounds of weight. So I'm using my telekinetic abilities as well.
Yep.
Remember when we used to not be psychos? I hated that time.
But you know what? This is a brute. Okay, this is what I'm thinking.
It can't weigh 25, 30 pounds. There's no way a head weighs that much.
No,
Apparently, it's like a quarter of your body weight. 12 and a half? Okay. It's like a bowling ball, anyways.
If the community knows, I'll take it into consideration.
It's 250,000 pounds.
Whoa, smart guys.
I know.
Okay, so a speed attack.
But let me just state this, that I'm not a sick person, and I'm not a sick character in the game either. Shazz is not a sick person. I'm just doing this because it fits. And
Don't justify it. Just throw the head.
there we go, 12.
And you connect. You connect with him.
Nice.
Knocks him in the head. His head falls back. He falls down beside Miguel.
Nice.
So the average human head is 5 kilograms, which is about 11 pounds.
Okay.
There you go, 12 pounds, 11 pounds.
Just
All
want
right.
to make sure we're accurate.
Let's
Yeah.
go back to them now. Actually, no, Tharik, you have another
Well,
turn.
see, when I said 12 and a half, I was thinking of yours, Harlan, because I know you're so incredibly intelligent. There's a lot of mass in there.
No, it's just full of shit.
All right, so
No,
still,
Tharik, you had a turn, unfortunately, because you were the first one to go.
I haven't had a turn in forever ago. Oh, no, I didn't.
You
I forgot.
just had a turn and were choked.
You know what? I forgot. Sorry.
Tharik, you'll be the first after the bad guys go. Tharik, can you roll for the girl again trying to take the pin out of her hand?
Sure. I would love to. She got a 4, although... Oh, there you go. You can see it.
Oh, no dice. The other one,
it was
just
4.
well, yeah, the person who got hit in the head with the head, down beside Miguel, reaches into Miguel's pocket and finds what's very similar, but a miniaturized version of what Tusk had used for you.
Bye. So Chris was saying that he hates everybody, and no, we should pretend we can't hear him. Everybody, turn your desks around. The teacher's back.
Oh, quick! What did I roll? No. No.
Okay, you hear a pop and he disappears. So you're left now with one who's being grappled by Tharik, who's not sure if he's going to continue fighting with his one arm the way it is. One pinned to the ground, an unconscious boss. Your turn.
Whose turn? You just did you.
Everybody's. Let's go to Tharik.
What? Oh yeah, he just said he can go first.
All right. So again, at this point, having still holding the arm, that is where I will then take it, pulling it, dislocating, while taking my foot and kicking him in the head.
It sounds like the robotic side of you has taken over.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
more
this
interested in
is
man.
fax
This
machine
one.
sounds.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So again, it lowers 3 tiers,
Yep.
and then I'm going to be really tired.
Okay. You're successful, and you kill him while severing the arm. So you now have a mechanical arm that you could actually upgrade yourself with.
Put your dick in it.
All right. Brandyjack, your turn.
I grabbed the mechanical arm and put my dick in it. No. So we got the guy. We got the chick still pinned to the ground, right?
Yep.
Put your dick in it.
And the unconscious
And-
boss man.
We have the unconscious boss, and who else?
That's it.
That's it. So I walk over to the chick as I reload, and I cock it up, and I step on the hand with the thing in it,
Scream.
and then I crush it, and I aim at her head, and I fire.
Her eyes go blank.
And then I kneel down, and I pull up the dart again, and I wipe the blood, and I load Jackdaw back up. I mean, the jackknife.
All right. You
Wow.
hear
We
Miguel
fucking
start to
around
groan,
here, people.
and Miguel starts coming back to consciousness.
I grab him. Is the portal still running?
There's no portal. He just disappeared.
What's
There's no
that?
portal in this room. They use some sort of teleportation.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, what do you think, Tharik? This man's been hunting me for the past too long.
He spits some blood out as he's coming to. He says, "Pivot." Friend, what are you doing? He looks around, seeing all the dead bodies around. He says, didn't have to be this way. I was inviting you back.
And if I didn't go back with you, tell me you wouldn't have killed me.
Pivot, I own you. He spits blood out.
Well, not anymore. Tharik. And I turn around and walk away.
And he starts trying to stumble to his feet. And he goes to reach for a weapon. I wonder what he says.
What is Tharik saying?
His words are so heavy that he can't even...
I can't hear you.
I think he's strangling him.
I don't know. I think he's gonna...
No,
what happened?
In the head.
Oh no! Oh no!
Just type it and then I'll mount the words.
What does Tharik say? And we'll do the rest. Type it.
Type it out.
We can't hear
Oh
you.
no!
Now you're definitely muted.
He's
Maybe he
on
doesn't say
mute.
anything.
Take
What
yourself
happened?
off mute. Take yourself off mute just in case it comes back.
Yeah,
Unplug-
How about now?
There you go.
All right. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
Are we still good?
Yeah.
He reaches for his weapon as you walk over.
All right. So Tharik walks over to him, grabs him by his head,
I knew it.
and helps him to his feet. You still have one chance to live. And he snaps his neck. No.
No, you
No,
don't
you
snap his...
don't.
Okay. What do you... Okay, so he looks at you and goes... He tries to shoot at you. He's going to try to kill you.
No, and while they're doing this, I've been aimed, and the minute the Tharik holds him there and says, you have one chance, I fire. For once, Brandyjack does a Tharik thing to Tharik. Every time Brandyjack tries to plan something or talk to someone, Tharik messes it up. This is the final turnaround. I just fire over his shoulder.
All right.
That's
Okay, go ahead and... yeah, I'm going to give you an advantage because he's holding him still.
Perfect. And I'm going to... we'll let fate decide.
Oh.
Wow.
So it goes
Save fate.
What? Theric, this is the ultimate karmic retribution for all the times. No one gets to finish the word. I just like, lick it, and boom.
So because you licked it, it spins. And it goes in one temple and out the other one. And you see his arms and legs start to dance. And then he goes limp. As Theric is now just holding this limp dead body. Not sure of what happened exactly.
And as he turns around, I just give him a little...
Theric's like, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him this time. Alright. Okay, guys. You've succeeded in allowing every mine to be functioning at its full capacity. You've cleared this one out, and through a little convincing, you're able to get the miners back in there, and they get back to work. You go ahead. You guys are exhausted. You've been working for nearly 48 hours, almost 72 hours straight. And now all you can do is try your best and hope for the luck of the draw. So I'm going to have you guys roll one die at a time. We have 9 chances to get over a 15 presently. I'm going to start with Shazz. You do the first die roll.
See, what is this, sorry? I was doing other things. 17.
Whoa! And you hear news. Someone runs in, and they're holding there, and they unwrap it with a cloth, and it is a shard.
Look at the size of that shard!
Sir, look at this shard!
And you feel a wave of relief wash over you as you have what is necessary for Geom Kittrick to complete your one chance to defend yourself. And we'll end it there for the night.
I walk over and I pick up the shard.
Okay, go ahead.
And I take a look at it and I say, holy shit, this is a sexy shard. Is this as big as we need? And I turn to Kent Rockford, who's standing there. No, I don't say it. Is this as big as we actually need?
Yeah. It's the dimensions and the weight that you guys requested. We found it.
All right.
And we're going to end it there.
All right, let's end it there.
Okay, you know what? No. The earth crumbles, or shakes again, as you guys are walking out of the mine towards Geom Kitrix. And you see the clouds start to part. And there in the sky, blocking out the sun, is this maw, this massive mouth in the sky coming towards Earth. We'll end it there.
Okay. Like that. That's exactly what it is. There we go.
There we go.
Alrighty. Thank you all for being with us on this momentous occasion. The second last game in our Numenera series. Aww, I don't have that sound effect. Guys, this was game 9 of a 10-part series. Next week is our final game. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Next week, 8 o'clock, Wednesday night, we are going to finish this bitch off right. You're going to see Pivot, Tharik, Shazz, and Brandyjack save the goddamn world. Will Pivot finally come to terms with his arms being his own? Will Tharik understand the humanity that is within him? Will Shazz and Brandyjack reveal that they are, in fact, blood brothers? All this and more next time. No, but thank you so much for watching with us. Everyone in the Facebook group, give yourself a huge round of applause. You guys were fantastically entertaining and fun. It was great for us to watch. You guys interact.
As always.
As always. Chris, a huge thank you to you. Again, another great job tonight. Fantastic. Please come back next week. I'm going to... Yeah, sorry. Tomorrow morning, we are going to post the final poll for Numenera. Please submit your cipher ideas. I'm going to keep it broad and open. I'm not going to put any restrictions on this bitch. I'm going to make it as loosey-goosey as we want to be. So let's get wacky with those cipher ideas, because the number 1 is going to be in our last game ever. Meaning, it could be a pretty fun way to end off the series. Other than that, I want to mention 2 things really quick. I want to mention that tomorrow night, Justin and I are going to be live streaming over our Twitch account a zombie game called Contagion, which is really fun. If you want to check that out, come by and talk with us. We get to chat while we're playing, just like this. Also, Sunday, we are going to be discussing The Drop, starring Tom Hardy and James Gandolfini in his last movie before he died. So please check that out during the week if you're looking for a movie to watch, and you can post your thoughts, or even if you have a webcam, you can send me a link and I'll get you in to join the show for a few minutes to talk about your thoughts if that's what you want to do. Because why not? Other than that, we're still going to be rewarding most valuable post this week. So if you want to have a discussion, or you're sitting at home tomorrow and you're bored, post some questions, get someone talking. You might win most valuable post. And finally, and most importantly, I want to say a big happy birthday to Mike. On Friday, Mike is turning older. I don't actually know how old, so we can't say. And I want to say happy birthday to my good buddy Mike, and I want you all to wish him happy birthday because he's a good guy and we all love him so much. And I do want to point out that we did, in fact, that was the wrong, I meant that. And I do want to point out for the record in the game that we did get the shard on the first roll.
I shouldn't have that. I should be giving that to Mike.
Yeah, give Mike the birthday cake.
I don't know how to give it to someone.
Just say it's for him.
It's for Mike. We have a cake for you, but you gotta
but it's stuck on Chris's camera.
All you gotta do is you gotta figure out how to. Isn't there a way that we can draw on him?
Here, Mike. This is for you. Here
Thank
it
you.
is.
I will not accept it till there's a paint.
A paint version of it?
Oh, an MS Paint, Alex. You also need to get up on that.
Sounds like a challenge.
All right. So anyway, so happy birthday to Mike. We are excited to see you guys next week for the finale of this. Other than that, does anyone else have anything to add?
Again, don't forget to go ahead and like us if you liked us.
Yes.
Because we appreciate it.
And
again, just keep the comments coming, guys. You guys are so awesome.
Yes.
I don't really have a life. Nice to read.
Well, let's see.
On YouTube, Facebook,
how many
all of
posts did we get today? 321. 321 posts.
We didn't beat last week.
Didn't beat last week. That's a big number to beat. But
we'll beat it at the finale. Or else. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you all for coming. And again, like, subscribe, and join us on Facebook right away so that we know that you do like us. Good night, everybody. And Chris will tell you.
See you around the table, guys.
See you around the table. Good night, guys.